Welcome in. Wine night for one Mr. Tyler Siskey right here. We're going to get going. Thanks to the good people at the Whiskey House, Branchwater Bourbon Club here in Oxford. As you can see, we're not in one of our studios. We're on location a little bit here for wine night. Siskey over here got the Instagram live going. Neal McCready, Wes Taylor, Berg Wine Limited, wine brokerage here in Mississippi, going to lead us through a wine night, an introduction to Mr. Siskey about different types of wines, what you're looking for in wines. So many things here we're going to figure out. As all of you guys are aware, this came about as one Mr. Neal McCready was drinking the excellent Trump wine in Chicago at his
Everyone's
hotel.
saying it.
It's the best wine ever.
It's the best wine. Everyone says it.
It was 75% Merlot. It was a bunch of other stuff too, all thrown in together as a blend. So we went from that to this. So we're here with you. We're just going to hang out. Wes is going to take us through several bottles of wine tonight as we learn about different things. So I hope you guys maybe pour a glass yourself, get with us, and we will hopefully inform and entertain a little bit as we are here tonight. Siskey, how you feeling about this?
Great, let's go. I haven't had a drop of alcohol in about 6 weeks, so this should go really well.
I think we got the first one poured. Wes, do you want to, introduce whatever you like here?
Absolutely. The first wine, I brought it because it has a beer cap, and I know you like beer.
Oh, can I have it?
I assume you like beer out of a can, but bottles are good.
Just when I'm feeling classy, I go bottle.
Okay, so I figured this would be like one of the wines that you might gravitate towards, right?
Okay, all right.
So it's slightly effervescent, really not a lot of bubbles like there is in champagne.
Okay.
This is called a Pet-nat or Petit-Long Natural, which means...
You want to try that?
All right.
Let's try it.
Say it, yeah.
All right, one more time and I'll try to say it. This will be like a 3-year-old learning.
Petit-Long, like petulant.
Okay.
But
Petit-Long
Natural.
Petit-Long Natural.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough.
There we go. We're off to a good start. We're 1 for 1 with a bottle cap.
Yeah, and this guy, he came and visited me last year for the, I think it was the Ole Miss A&M game.
Okay.
And we drank a lot of wine, we'll say, and by the end of it, he was just like, go sip. He kind of sounded like Borat, being from Portugal. But he's salt to earth. He's making really great, serious wines. Him, Antonio, and his son, Antonio Jr. So this one is, a field blend, right? And a field blend is just different grape varieties from the Douro Valley.
All right.
So
what valley we're at?
The Douro Valley in Portugal.
Portugal.
Right. It's where port comes from.
So these great. All right. So what's the proper thing I'm supposed to do here?
Well, so
I see Neal doing some kind of endo trick over here.
Well, the first thing we want to do is, because our hands probably have soap on them.
Oh.
And the wine is cold, we don't want to grab the bowl of the glass, because doing that, one, we heat up our white wine, and two, if we have any type of residue on our hands, you're going to smell your hand before you smell the wine.
Right. I don't have that kind of residue on my hand.
Right. Well, so basically, to start out the wine, I brought these nice little sheets.
Okay.
From Wine Folly, which kind of a breakdown.
We'll show the sheet.
That's a little flavor profile wheel. They're great for simple wine knowledge. And they get into some really intricate things with food pairing and wines and what to try.
I think my grandmother had one of these when we were watching Wheel of Fortune growing up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Blackberry. You should probably eat blackberries.
Blackberries. All right, let's do it.
On this, you're going to look at the color, of course. Now you can tell a lot about the color, a lot about the wine from the color. A lot of people say you should look at the tears. The tears really, you don't know if the glass has been clean or dirty or what. Right, so it could look like.
So when I go to a restaurant, it may be dirty. The glass may be dirty.
Yeah, just simple residue. If you see this one that came from my house, the tears look like they're long, and which would tell you that it has high alcohol. But this is low alcohol, so it's just a dirty glass that I poured myself.
But if it was dead clean, that would indicate
it
alcohol.
It was dead clean. Viscosity indicates the alcohol, but mine are sticking, so it looks like it's heavier alcohol than it is, but it's probably about 11% alcohol too. So it's not going to be high in alcohol. So
So we call these legs. Is that correct?
Yeah, legs. You could actually slam bottles of this by the pool, and I promise you won't get that drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the retail price on this bottle?
About $25.
Okay.
Glenn says it looks absolutely exquisite.
Well, we'll try. Well, first, we look at the color. For rosés, really not that much can tell us about color other than grape variety, and you can tell. If you get white and red, a lighter wine might be a lighter grape skin, which we'll see when we go on. But not that much can be told from rosé.
This has got to be good because it's got a bottle top.
It's got a bottle top on it, right? But you're looking at the color. The color can tell you age in different wines. Then of course the viscosity level, which we can't tell. And I think it's just I think as we eat, as we drink, we're using all of our senses. So we eat with our eyes. If you see the steak coming to you, you're like, damn, that's a big tomahawk, and you're getting hungry. It's the same thing with wine. You're looking at it. If it looks good, it might taste good. Yeah, and so then you're going to want to smell it, and you want to smell intensity. There's a few tricks. I like to try to smell it from here, because if you can smell a wine from here,
how the hell are you supposed to smell it from your chest?
It's like a high intensity wine, and some of these are high intensity where you can actually smell it.
There's no way you smell it from your chest.
Oh yeah.
Well, you went like this. You put it like here.
Put it right
Yeah.
down.
Well, you have like high intensity of aromas. You have medium intensity, and then you have kind of low intensity. But when
so what do you call this one in your expert opinion? Is this a high, low, or what are we doing? Low?
This is probably medium plus intensity,
Okay.
right? I mean, it's got a nice bouquet.
Definitely catch it.
A
Yeah.
good, like you're catching it. You know what you're smelling.
All right.
I've got to watch the stream on this just to see the pure humor.
And then you're looking for whatever pops out at you first.
All right.
So there are chemical components in wine that they're weighted, right? So they're
Right.
heavy. So you'll have florals that can come up and hit you first. You'll have definitely fruits, herbaceous notes, depending on what the class of the wine is, right?
Am I supposed to be sipping or am I supposed to be waiting?
Well, you could chug it
Go?
down, dude. Yeah,
I go?
And then on the palate, we're looking for sweetness, acidity, tannin, alcohol.
Run it around your mouth a
and
little bit.
body.
Oh yeah. What am I supposed to do when I get?
All right, so
Yeah,
here we
yeah.
go. So
let's go to the taste part.
we'll get a little smell. You want to suck in, right? As the wine's in your mouth, you want to
That's
aerate
what she
it,
said.
right? When it's in your mouth, you need to suck in. Get you a little air, let it wrap around your palate. As you'll notice, it's not bitter, so there's no tannin, but it does have a little bit of RS, which is residual sugar. So this is a little sugar, but it's like high in acid. If you drop your mouth forward, you can feel the saliva rush to the front of your gums.
Yeah.
That's how you taste acidity.
Hey, we got Carson
Really?
McCready.
I don't think I remember that.
Carson McCready on the Instagram. So Carson, you're too young to be watching this. You're not of age yet, Carson.
I want to know. How old is he?
17.
Oh, he's of age.
She's fine.
He's of age in France, for sure.
All right.
West, Georgia baseball.
Yeah.
So this is like a cross between. It's like champagne, more of like a grape champagne. If I had to put a redneck version of the breakdown.
And the way you taste alcohol is guttural, so in the back of your throat, right? So the hotter it is in the back of your throat,
That's the higher alcohol
the
content.
higher alcohol content.
See, I knew that part. I knew
There
that
you
part.
go. We know that from tasting whiskey earlier.
Yes.
But
I see you, RT Harris.
yeah. So basically that's it, and then all those things combined will give you depth of quality, right? So how many flavors are you picking up? Like how many primary, secondary, and tertiary flavors, whether that be barrel characteristics, bottle characteristics, earthiness, mushrooms, fruit. If it's all fruit, it probably comes from California and it's been manipulated.
Well, had a lot of that lately.
It is what it is.
You take all
I love
those
that
together and you say, hey, what's the quality of this wine?
Yeah, they're good at manipulating things out there.
So
So I know we'll get to red wines in a little while, but along those lines, do you buy into the theory that Italian wines are less manipulated than mass-produced American domestic wines?
No, it's 100% accurate.
Okay.
So I tell you what,
Brian?
I love French wine, but if I had $25, I'm going to Italy, because you can get a mom and pop that's just making wines pure the way that they've always made it.
So if I bought this in the
delicious.
store, what's it gonna run me?
$25.
$25. So I can drink every time we're doing this. I can drink all of it.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Is that
I
part of the
mean,
show?
you can do whatever you want. It's your.
So 1 to 10, how do you like that, Tyler? That's something you probably never would have gone to
Yeah.
the store and gotten.
Eugene is asking from the thread. Can you define tannins?
tannins are the bitterness that you taste in your mouth, right? So think about coffee. Like coffee's like a lot, like that bitterness that's gripping, and they can be different textures in your mouth as well. So you can have silky smooth tannins, but it's bitter, or you can have kind of gripping tannins that are like wool, that's kind of like sandpaper in your mouth. And then you know, telling the tannins is about how it hits, the level of tannins about how it hits your palate and how much it stays with you and lingers. Like on a big, the last couple wines we're gonna have tonight, some Cabernets are pretty high in tannin, so it's gonna be bitter. But you hope to balance the tannin and the acid and the fruit all in one to make a really drinkable wine. So
this is like something that this is like something I would outside in the pool.
Yeah, 100%.
This is not a dinner wine, I don't think.
yeah,
No.
no. Pull pounder, a lunch at St. Leo, right? Like eat it with
We're
a
drinking
pizza.
for lunch.
Yeah, you don't
I
drink.
like it. Drinking on the job.
You
That's what I'm
don't.
talking
You
about.
don't drink at lunch. Sorry about this, Chef.
Yeah,
That's yours.
that's not okay.
Neil, I'm gonna pour you this one.
My man Ronnie said he had an ultra for me in the chat, so
Oh, did he?
yeah, my man Ronnie joined the chat.
Oh, I can't get mine.
Is this yours?
That's mine. Yep.
There we go, sir.
Thanks,
Hey,
sir.
make sure you grab it by the stem so you
Got
don't
it,
heat it
got
up. Where's yours, Chase?
Yeah, I'll just pour Chase one, right?
Oh, this is Chase.
Is this one?
Don't grab it
You
by
said
the
mine.
No.
Sorry about the stem.
Yeah.
Don't want to heat the wine.
Don't want to heat the
Yes.
wine.
Thank you, Tyler.
Appreciate you, Helder. All right,
Yeah.
what we got here?
So this is Presqu'île Rosé.
You ever had rosé, Tyler?
Probably not.
And for guys in the stream, I'll give you the bottles we're having. I've got a picture of them here, so you'll be able to kind of look at this.
Oh, should we hold it in front of the camera?
No, I can. I've got a picture Wes sent me of literally
Okay.
the bottles that we're having, so they can see for a
You gonna
second.
use your production skills over there? Hey, can we give a shout
love
out to
rosé.
Chase?
It's all working. It's all
Hey,
good.
can we give,
Sometimes
hey,
all I drink.
by the way,
I
before
love-
we get started,
I love
and they can hear me still in the chat.
Really?
I'm
Yeah,
trying to hear
it's,
some picture.
it's
Yeah.
one of my
Hey,
favorite.
shout out to Chase
pleasures.
and the massive production skills that are going on right now. I'm very impressed.
I am too.
I mean, like, we got pictures on the chat. He's got the chat call up in the side window. I didn't know it could do that.
There you go.
Learn something new.
So it
Drink
is
at the same
the
time.
so it's the second from the
Could we-
right that
could
we're
we get
having
that,
right
like,
now.
the
The
dump cups
And that
and
first one is the one we had just saying, the one on the far right.
yeah, far right. We've gone.
We're going right to left.
Yeah.
Right to left on your screen on MPW Digital.
Yeah. So
Luke,
if you're
what's up, man? How are
watching
you?
the stream, we're going right to left right now.
You just set that right there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Luke. Yeah, I saw Lane retweet it. Thank you, man. All right, so this is a rosé.
So rosé.
So all right, you right now, Wes, you're going to go get the rosé. What are we doing? What are you doing if you're going to drink a rosé?
So I'm mostly drinking French rosé. So anything from France.
What activity we doing? We going to the pool? We going to
you
the
could
dinner?
go play, you could go play
We got
tennis,
chicks at the house. I mean, what are we doing?
tennis, pool. I like rosé for.
So this is kind of like another flavor of the other stuff to where, hey,
We're
going to
giving
the
you
pool.
beer-like wines.
This is-
we're
We're starting out beer.
This is one of my favorite things to have out by the pool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Love
Neil likes it by the pool.
Love it.
Chase,
this
when do
is-
you like it?
Frankly, whenever I don't mind something like this all the time. Like
No,
I
all
love
the
that.
time.
Like it's a
This is
versatile
this
one
is
to
a
do
guilty
almost
pleasure for
anything.
me.
Right?
Yeah,
I love
thank-
it.
Anything shy of like really like smoky meat where I want a red or like something really bold. This is anytime I'm good.
And I'll even crush this with like a barbecue sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I like it. I like it. I like rosé at Thanksgiving. So
Okay.
like rosé and ham, but rosé from Bandol, which is a little bit heavier. Although this is a Grenache blend from Presqu'île.
So anything from barbecue to a turkey, you're good to go.
Right, for rosé.
All right.
It's got nice acidity with a summer salad too, like hard asparagus, hard to pair greens. Rosé crushes.
All right, I'm going to ask a stupid question. This is
There
why
are no stupid questions.
This is why we're here, for me to
We
ask
have
stupid
people on the
questions.
stream taking notes right now.
Okay,
Go
all right,
ahead.
so good. All right, so with the first one we had, it was darker, right?
That's right.
Okay, what causes this to be like half clear, half purple?
So
What causes the pinkness? The rosé, which is where we get the rosé from, I imagine.
It gets a little complicated, but basically there's two processes to make rosé. One is called the Saunier method, which means
No chance of pronouncing that one.
it's like blood.
Okay,
So
blood.
it's
Now we're talking like my
the
language.
bleeding off method.
Okay, there we go.
Right,
That's
so-
why you got cliff notes, man. I'm good.
You can blend a little bit of red into some white wine and make rosé, or you can
Oh, it's a blend. I learned about blends with these two with the trunk one.
yeah, or you can let the grapes sit on their skin overnight, or for a few days to give it a little pinkish color.
Okay.
Yeah, for like a week or something.
I definitely got a favorite so far.
Let it sit.
Really?
I do. Of the two I've had, I know which one I'm drinking.
Which?
The first one.
Oh, okay.
The first one's more my speed.
Why is that?
This one tastes a little.
It's got bubbles, and it's a little heavier. It's a little fruity. It's a little sweeter.
This one is. I don't know. I tasted the grape in the other. I had flavor in the other one. I don't taste anything here. Tastes like it's
Too light.
Yeah, probably there. That's what it's here. Too light for me.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's got this nice little crunchy aspect, like biting into a radish.
I'm not doing that either,
Oh, wow.
so that makes a lot of sense.
Right, so if it's like
Oh.
the crunchy texture.
That's what always happens with you. I can't think of the thing, and you're like, yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it
So-
is. I
Bite
can't.
into a radish.
So here's the thing: it's going to be hard for you because you probably have ADD, but you have to pay
Very
attention.
observant.
Right, you got to pay attention, and so when you're drinking beer, you're not paying attention to what you're doing. Right,
That's a very good statement.
you're like
That's a very, very good statement.
you're quaffing it back. You're wrestling with your kids. You might pick your nose. With wine, the more you pay attention, the more you learn, and the more you learn about a wine, the more you appreciate it. Like Matt, his family is from Arkansas, so he's a big Arkansas guy. And luckily, every time he comes to an Ole Miss game with me, Ole Miss wins. So that in itself is enough to like the wine. They used to own property in Pass Christian, but it got wiped out during Katrina. So they moved the family and the winery into the San Maria Valley, and it's a beautiful place. Once you get to meet some of these guys, they're great. They're just great people. And we really love Matt and his family, and they're coming back for the Oklahoma game. So we're drinking a few wines from him tonight because I wanted to show you some California wines.
So this one.
We can get those shipped here to Mississippi, except it's a sin, so we can't.
Yeah, we get them. You get all these in the grocery store. That's my job.
All right. So if I wanted to buy this bottle, what would it cost?
About $22.
$22.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we have a pretty budget. We didn't want to try to kill anybody
this is-
tonight.
I'm impressed.
I don't think.
No,
$22.
I mean we have a couple in here that are on the $50 plus, but everything we have is kind of like 30 and under.
You mentioned the radish. It's something that from the last time you and I put a tasting together. I guess with Bourbon South was a lot of time. Like it takes some practice to figure out what that taste is that you're trying to recognize. Like there's almost a skill
More
to
rosé.
figuring out what food you've had or what spice you've had or what it is that you're picking out of these things. And when you start figuring that out a little more, it's a much more enjoyable experience to go, yeah, that's exactly what it is, and I'm trying to, whether it be cinnamon or cardamom or radish, or like whatever it is.
Well, just like anything in life, you don't just start out knowing everything and doing everything. The guy who builds houses learns to lay brick from
Except coaching baseball. You know that right
Yeah.
away.
If you are a 10 and under baseball coach,
You know everything.
you are ready for the major
Oh,
leagues.
yeah, for
You know
10
everything.
for sure.
Everything.
Sure.
Every
Well,
day.
you have to practice, and you have to find out the people that know, and then gravitate towards them, and then learn from them. And I've been really lucky that a lot of these people like to have fun with me and hang out and come to Mississippi and drink. They like the chilled back lifestyle. I had a champagne maker in a few weeks ago. He said, Wes, he's just like France. With the land is very beautiful. New York, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, don't want any avocado toast. I'm like, well, I don't like avocado toast. And so I went to the gas station, got him some bacon and biscuit, and we cracked a bottle of champagne. Right? So, you kind of have that lifestyle, and the more I hang around winemakers, the more I noticed that one, they all love Mississippi and coming here, so that speaks to the state itself. But two, they're all really, really cool and just like us, they speak another language.
Somebody asked you, Wes, if you just no contacts, you don't get to make whatever. What's just your favorite type of wine? If you just get one.
Ooh, here we go.
Do I have, how much money do I have? Because that is like.
Well, I mean, and I guess I think they mean more of like style of wine more than like one.
I like white
specific
Burgundy.
model. Okay.
I like white Burgundy. Can't always afford it, and the price keeps getting outrageous, but like white Burgundy is legit.
It keeps going up.
But the interesting thing with Presqu'île is although they're in California, they don't use additives like every other winery in California. They're not going to put purple dye in your wine. If your teeth turns purple, then that's purple dye.
Okay.
Yep.
Red wine does not make your teeth purple. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I drink red wine all the time.
Somebody commented just a minute ago they were ready to see my teeth turn purple. So we're not going to see that.
We're not going to see that tonight.
Awesome.
Real basic, and you're kind of explaining this. I mean, if you need to say, we'll explain it when we get to the red. Somebody asking just the very basic, what's the difference between red and white? I guess soon you'll talk about that when we get to the reds.
Yeah, and we can. And first, Steve, will you get the 2 Sauvignon Blancs in the refrigerator out so we can pour some more wine?
We got to get Steve on the can.
All right, so we're getting into my wife Laura. This is her.
All right, Laura's on here. Laura's watching.
Laura's
You got
watching.
the whole
Laura
family
is a Sauvignon Blanc person. That
Sauvignon Blanc's doing really well in
Sure.
Mississippi.
she loves it.
I like Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Yeah. So you basically you really like Burgundy.
Yeah.
So
sure.
But once you dive down in that hole and you have one that's like exceptional, then you're looking for that next one.
You've
that
hurt yourself
might
now
not-
on the normal day. is what you're
Right,
saying?
kind of like bourbon.
I'm into Italian reds lately. That's my thing. I'm still searching for different ones because there's a lot of different. Like there's Toscana and there's.
I might not have grabbed it. There should be another white in there. Is there not?
There's an Italian.
No.
That's old.
What we got here?
Bring the champagne.
Yeah.
We have Laporte for you, Chase.
Laporte.
Laporte.
This is a white wine.
It's a white wine. This isn't Sancerre, but they're from Sancerre, which is in France in the Loire Valley.
I remember to grab that by the stem.
I'll do my
I didn't
best.
bring it. That's fine.
The chart is flavor profiles. It's trying to identify what we're tasting.
So, how about this? How about we go through? I got you this nice little sheet here,
All right.
right? And,
I'm not gonna be able to read it.
and why don't you don't have your glasses?
I don't have my eyes on.
I've got mine.
So if you're looking,
I can hold it far enough away and see.
so if you're looking at the sheet, and will you get me another one of those sheets? Oh, that's it.
We're going to
Yeah,
wine
perfect.
class together.
Right here, we're gonna pour.
The sheets we're looking at are intensity, viscosity. We go through look, smell, taste.
that showing
Basically, it's a tasting sheet for anybody that.
Yeah.
That's close enough.
And we're gonna try these two side by side. So
Oh,
we're gonna pour a French Sauvignon Blanc. Sorry, Barry, sit down. We're gonna pour French Sauvignon Blanc, and we're gonna pour an American Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
So and we're
This
gonna
will be a test if I can tell
Right.
the difference between Francais.
yeah. So what is the intensity of the color? Is it pale, medium, or deep?
I'm gonna go with pale.
He was not in the fridge.
Pale. Okay.
You
What?
tell me. I know I'm wrong, so you tell me.
No, you're good. It wasn't in the fridge. That means it's gonna be aromatic as fuck.
Are you talking about pale as from
Color.
white to
Yeah.
red, or
Yeah.
pale of all? Or
Yeah,
you
so
talking about
what's
pale
the-
white
So the
wine?
one on the left is more of a medium. The one on the right is a pale. Yeah.
Perfect. Here's your other one.
That's what you're here to keep me
Yeah.
educated.
All right, you just said something because it wasn't at the right temperature. It's going to be aromatic. What are we talking about?
So I mean, if you think about if you freeze
This is
anything
pale,
and it's too cold, a lot of the aromas can become really closed. And so as the wine opens up and gets warm, you're getting a lot of kind of true characteristics of the wine. So the wine doesn't have anywhere to hide behind.
Which one are we starting with now, Wes?
So we're going to start with the French and then go.
Okay,
and
so
you
tell
can
them
see the color.
exactly what these are for everybody.
Okay, so this is
The one on the left for everybody.
the one on the left and the one on our left is the Laporte Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire Valley, and the one on the right again is another Presqu'île. It's Presqu'île Sauvignon Blanc from the Santa Maria Valley.
Do they wear a mask when they pick the grapes?
What?
Do they wear a mask when they pick the grapes?
I don't think they
So
do.
you
it
see that
at
here
this
if you're watching our stream now.
No.
The Laporte, the one on the left, and then the other one's on the right. That's
Do you want to show them the color differences? So we kind of have like a
Yeah, I got you, boss.
a medium straw and a pale straw.
I'm gonna show them color differences.
Yeah, get up there.
Are we coming through
Yeah,
there?
you're good. One's very clear, one's kind of cloudy.
There you
Right.
go. There you go. Clear and cloudy. Now
Right.
we're talking.
So-
That's
so-
hey, you know what that is? That's cover 2 terminology right there.
Cover two.
Clear and cloudy. Now we're talking my language. Clear and cloudy. Playing cover 2 cloud
So,
right here.
so would you say that's like yellow, straw colored, gold, amber, brown? What
Yeah.
would you?
I would call this yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah.
I'd say yellow to
I
straw.
would say straw.
Straw sounds right.
Straw. So you have like a medium straw, and then you have a pale straw.
Hey, real quick, I got one of my former players, Dorvis Woods, is in the chat. Dorvis, I apologize. You never thought you'd ever see your boy at learning about some wines, and then followed by Dorvis is my son. I apologize to my son too. You know, forgive me, Dorvis. Dorvis, great defensive lineman for us at Arkansas State. Now football coach.
Where's he at now?
He just got a head coaching job somewhere in I can't remember the school. He just got a head coaching job though. But that's my guy.
Congratulations.
High school coach.
Congratulations, Dorcas.
High school coach, my man Dorvis Woods. He could run. He could get it.
That's such a noticeable nose on that. Like, you know exactly what you're drinking when you put that up.
Yeah,
like, you
for
you,
sure.
you know that from anywhere. You go, hey, that's
Sauvignon Blanc
Sauvignon Blanc.
is a very aromatic
You
grape
knew
variety.
you
I
could
could have
pick
picked that
this
out of
smell.
any lineup. Yeah.
You could have picked this smell out of any
Oh, 100%. No, could have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
easy.
100%.
So
This
what-
is Laura's favorite.
Yes.
So why don't you try to pick out just on the nose, just by
Okay.
smell, what's the first thing that sticks out to you?
Hey, Dorvis is at Confluence Prep Academy.
Okay. No, just the one.
Just
Oh, just this one?
Yeah, just that one. What are you getting?
Nothing.
Well, you're getting something.
You got to get something.
I mean,
I get a little bit of like candied citrus.
yeah,
like
the
that.
citrus. Is
I was
what's
going
like-
lemon, so yeah, that was
lemon. Almost at first, it like tangerine.
Yeah, it's
Tangerine,
lemon.
melon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
some like ripe cantaloupe
Yeah,
melon.
cantaloupe. That was where yeah. You don't get that?
Oh,
Actually, now that you've said it, the right cantaloupe might be the actual flavor.
you just went from lemon to cantaloupe.
But once you
Well,
take
but
it
that's
for
the
a
thing. So
second,
that's the thing about like you'll notice about wines is that
give it a second.
is if you give it a second, you'll start noticing different flavor profiles as you taste it.
Now, why is that?
Because the way it's I mean you're gonna be able to answer this better, but it's the way that it's grown and the way that it's allowed to age. It takes on different flavors from the land that it grew on.
As oxygen, if you look at things in a chemical perspective, because let's be scientific, right?
Hey, now you're speaking my language. Now, are you sure you're not from Anniston, Alabama?
No, Brookhaven.
Scientific. That's something we used to. That's what we did in school. We took some scientific classes.
So there's a lot of science behind chemical compounds, right? And so one of the chemical compounds in Sauvignon Blanc is pyrazine. So it's like a grassy type of.
Wait, we're not there yet.
No, right?
That is not Miller Lite. Just,
I'm
No,
not.
take another here. We're not done yet.
I'm not trying to get you drunk, but
I'm going across.
We had a plan, and you got past the plan.
All right.
oh shoot!
Damn.
Jason and I looked at each
For
other
anyone
like,
for anyone with the podcast version, we're trying to go, hey, what are you smelling? What are you tasting? And Siskey just downs the whole damn glass. That's where we went there. All right, okay.
there are
I'm back.
chemical compounds that have different weights, right? And so some compounds will be up here when you smell them, like some florals. And the more you put your nose in a glass, the different types of aromas pop out. If you concentrate, you can smell different aromas based upon where your nose is in the glass, because compounds float. That's why we swirl a little bit, get some oxygen to release more of these aromas that have been locked up in the bottle for so long. Does that make sense?
I
So sometimes they'll
Sometimes you gotta
they'll
stir shit
open
up,
a
smell
bottle. They'll open a bottle, Tyler, and let it breathe.
I've heard that.
Okay.
And I've also heard when they put it, they put it in a
Decanter.
decanter.
That's correct.
Man, I'm not completely. I'm like 2%.
Right. Okay. So, are there any fruit notes in this one? So, what do you think? We said melon.
Take
we
a
said citrus.
take a sip.
I feel like your architecture.
No.
Any of
There's no wrong answer.
Our basis
I mean, I like it.
qualities.
I'm in. I love the taste of it. The smell stuff. That's where I have a tough time distinguishing. I like it.
It
Like you
doesn't-
went from lemon to
It
cantaloupe.
doesn't
I don't get
taste
that.
as citrusy as it smells. When you put
No,
your-
it's almost herbal.
And that's indicative of
You went
French.
No, the taste is
Cantaloupe or
different
herbal?
than the nose. It's
Yes.
not the same thing.
Right, and you'll notice it's a bit kind of linear on the mouth. It's kind of chalky, like you can kind of feel your gums becoming a little chalky.
Do they make peach wine?
I'm sure they do somewhere.
That's good.
Not here. But
Show 'em County.
peach is like not a bad call if you were going to say it's a little peachy.
No. I was
That's
just
not-
asking. Somebody in the chat said I was looking for a Chilton County peach.
So there's
I like peaches.
minerality. So not incredibly complex. What do you think the sweetness level is? Do you think it's sweet? Do you think it's
No, it's not sweet at all.
bone dry?
No, it's really good. I don't know. I mean, I understand. I actually do understand the difference between sweet and I know
It's
chocolate
quite
is
dry, in fact,
Yeah.
which is sort of surprising to me. I don't really ever drink Sauvignon Blanc.
That's good.
It's drier than
Is
I
that
thought
your
it
favorite
would
one
be.
so far?
Yeah, because the other I know it's inaccurate. I don't consider those other two wines.
Okay.
I know they are, but I'm saying like if you said, "Hey, have a bottle of wine," this is what I'm thinking right here. If I was going to buy like now, that's
Because anything sparkling's not what's on your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't fit my mental profile. I know it's inaccurate. I'm acknowledging that, but this is legit. This is good shit. Let's see. That was the first one. How many of you said so far?
Do what?
You cursed yet?
I think I had a damn or something there one time.
So we're tied 1-1.
I'm doing my darndest.
Yeah.
So you're
hanging in.
You're going with another one. So I can
Yeah,
drink-
but
I
we're
can
gonna
drink these
let's
two
hit
now?
the press skill up. I'm
Yeah,
just
we're
gonna
gonna do the other one.
So I
I'm
can,
gonna-
I can drink this whole
You
thing.
can drink
now.
I'm
the
gonna
whole thing.
quietly open this. And again, this is about
What is the alcohol
12
level of these? He
Probably
just,
about 12.
We'll find out soon enough.
Tyler, hand me that one, please.
Yeah.
Steve, you want to say hello, everybody?
I'm good.
So
You can only get on Bourbon Podcast.
when you open champagne, you don't want it to pop.
Oh,
That
really?
is no fun.
Okay, I've never
No
heard
fun.
that. Wow.
Oh yeah, hold on a minute. Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
that-
whoa, whoa, whoa,
This is
Now-
brand new.
Now we've got you.
Hold on.
That's the way you want to open the champagne.
I was today years old.
Okay, wine.
Why? Yeah.
Well, it's actually quite dangerous. There's atmospheres of pressure in this bottle of champagne, and the
that's
cork could
fun.
fly out and hit someone.
So there's no actual taste reason.
No.
Oh well, hell.
I mean,
No taste.
It was a
Like-
party trick.
Well,
I thought you were like
well, no,
teaching me something.
hold on, Chase.
I mean, we should bottle
Also,
rockets
if
each
you
other too, but that's
if you pop it, all the pressure's going to release, and you're going to lose wine. Like this way, I'm not losing any wine.
Okay.
Right? I'm not losing the $65 bottle of champagne I just opened.
This isn't what they're spraying. In the
So for
air.
people that want to kind of mimic this, we're obviously having some water. You mentioned even beer's not a terrible way to like cleanse palate. I know with you before we've done you kind of smell your arm a little bit to reset your nose
Absolutely.
and stuff. What do you sort of recommend
me
for
right
people in between the glasses of wine?
A lot of people eat crackers.
It's you.
When I'm doing these kind of big tastings, where we're drinking 100, 200 wines,
I get a little bit of
I'll
champagne.
visit a table. I'll go and hit up a glass of champagne or Riesling because they tend to refresh your palate.
Can I get some champagne?
But
sir, I gave it to Chase.
Wait, you want champagne glasses?
well,
Yeah, hold on a minute. We're
I
going to
put
these
two
next,
glasses
though,
over
right?
there.
Hold on. a
Pour
minute.
2 glasses of champagne.
This is champagne. We're going to these next.
yeah, let's hit the press skill.
all right. So this is all right. So refresh me on this.
These are the same thing.
Here, let me
This
smell.
is another Sauvignon Blanc. This is,
I know, but these two
See our
glasses are the
Instagram can
same
see our
thing.
setup over here. This is what
that
we got.
right?
We got stuff going everywhere.
You want a champagne glass?
No champagne glasses. Here, I don't think I poured you one.
We got set up back there too.
Oh, that's what that is.
Okay.
not?
Well, his
Okay, now I like
gave
the
you my
Presqu'île far more than I liked the first Sauvignon Blanc.
So this is, what are we doing now?
So this is the Presqu'île Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
I think this is actually the most recent vintage, which I think was one
Which
of
is
their,
the same vineyard
Same
as the
grape.
rosé.
yeah, same vineyard, same guy.
I can
big-
smell this one.
yeah, this is.
Really?
I didn't smell the last one.
I
I get
think
less on this one than that one.
this might be
Less
one
on
of
the
the.
nose, but on it has a more of a.
I didn't smell the last one. I smell this one.
And
It's
again,
got-
I'll go back to the other screen real quick so you guys can see the wine we are currently tasting. It is the one on the far left for anyone that is.
This is the wrong word, but it has more of a buttery mouthfeel.
It's got like it's a lot more textured than the other one.
Yeah.
So this is kind of done on sandy soils. So there's a little bit of salinity in there too. This is done on limestone, right? So one is more mineral driven, and one is a little bit more. So
That's more mineral driven, the port. And this is, okay, yeah, makes total sense.
You have different soils, you have different climates. What I love about the Santa Maria Valley is, unlike the Napa Valley, it's it's transverse valley, and so you get the cold Pacific breeze coming in and it's cooling down the vines. And so not only is it perfect for things like Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, and Pinot, it's actually my favorite area in America to drink Syrah. Yeah, and I think Presqu'île's best wine is their Syrah, even though they're more lauded for their Chardonnays in there.
Am I right in saying this is more of a Chardonnay than, this is closer to a Chardonnay than? I realize it's not one. I'm just.
No, I mean not really, because if you have the Chardonnays from this area,
I smell it, but this is lighter.
They're even more textured.
Okay.
Right. So this is textured, but it's still kind of linear and grassy. It just seems to be so much. And this is why when you taste wine, you should taste them side by side, right? Because you see the difference in between, French and California.
Yeah.
But I think Presqu'île is kind of doing one of the better jobs in California.
Yeah, this is
Not
excellent.
manipulated.
I really like this.
I like the first one better.
I like the
You like the first one better?
I like the first one
Interesting.
better.
Yeah.
I like the first one better as well.
Oh, how about that?
This is a little
Not
lighter
that
than
it's
I would
bad. I
want.
like it. I'll drink it.
I like a little bolder, a little more whatever. This is a little lighter.
And this has kind of gotten a little warm too, so that kind of adds to it too.
I mean, it's good.
If we go
but if you
back,
made me pick, I like
yeah,
the
if
first
we go back and taste this when it's warmed up, that's a fair comparison. I personally like the Presqu'île a little bit better.
Which is proof of this. Like when people say, "What wine should I get?" The honest answer is the wine that you like. Just because somebody else likes a wine and you don't, doesn't mean that the wine you like is, quote, bad.
And they pointed out here, I said light, but it's actually too sweet. I don't like the sweetness of this. It's
So you don't like
Isn't it
sweet wine?
interesting? I
it's
don't
too
really
much
taste
sweetness.
sweetness.
Yeah,
It's just different palates.
No, I got
So how do you tell if there's any kind of residual sugar in wine? Is if you hold your nose and taste, and you taste something, that is a sugar level, right? So if you hold your nose and taste, but if you can't taste anything, then it's kind of bone dry. It's like a little.
Really?
Yeah.
GJG in the chat.
The Presqu'île never made it
So-
to the fridge.
So never made it to the fridge. That's all my fault.
What are you doing?
Yeah, let your tongue kind of hit it, taste it. You're really not tasting anything, right? So there's like no residual sugar.
No.
So what you're saying is sweet is actually fruit,
Oh, really?
right? So it's bone dry Sauvignon Blanc. What
It's
it
just
is.
not hard floral,
It's just like
herbal.
it's more candy
Okay.
fruit, and this is more kind of chalky, and it has to do with
Yeah,
the
you only
different
get the
sauce.
alcohol when you do it. Like, you don't get it. Yeah. Okay.
Did you just hold your nose while you took a sip?
Were you not listening?
I was.
He's been slamming.
Literally, he said, hold your nose and sip, and you can tell if it's
Okay.
sweet, if there's sugars in the wine.
I'm just messing with you. Relax.
Oh.
Sunshine.
You want me to clean you?
No, I think we're good. We're gonna go to champagne, and
This will get your ass right.
And what I like to do in between kind of tastings and at lunch and at night and in the line at Popeyes when I'm getting a bucket of chicken is drink a bottle of champagne.
Let's go.
So champagne is so
My kinda
versatile. Yeah. So champagne is so versatile in the fact that you can kind of pair anything with it. Like you can have champagne in a steak, and that the acid is high enough and it's effervescent enough, then it can actually cut through the fat of the ribeye, and it can be pleasant. Champagne and caviar, of course, goes together for a reason, but my personal favorite is probably this Michel Gonnet Les Trois Terroirs.
No
with,
chance. Can you try? Can you?
No, I'm out.
Neil.
It's
Les Trois Terroirs.
there you go. Terroir.
Les Trois Terroirs.
Le Trois Terroir.
Les Trois Terroirs.
There you go. the three different terroirs. So this comes from three different vineyards. Michel Gonnet, it's a Blanc de Blanc, so it's white of whites. Blanc means white, so white of whites. You're looking at Chardonnay from three different vineyard sites.
All right, real quick before we move on, because I don't want to forget, because the people listening, they want to know on those last two whites that we
So I
had.
want a cracker just to cleanse a little.
What
I feel like I need something just to.
how much would those cost in the store?
You're looking at 22 and 20.
All right, so everything
So
we've
not
had right
bad.
now is between $20 and $25.
Right.
All right, talk to me about the champagne. If we go to get this champagne at the store, it's costing me.
It's costing you 60.
Now the shit starts. Let me get my.
Okay, so there are
$60 here. Here we go.
basically there's more than this, but there are two types of champagne. You have negociant champagne,
Okay.
which are made by these big houses. I don't want to say any names.
So you're okay.
Vucaco, Taittinger, Bollinger, Krug,
Yeah.
big houses. Some are better than others, of course.
All right.
Ruinart, and then you have what's called grower champagnes, or RM, Recrutant Manipulant. So on the back of the bottle, the way you can tell is, I don't know if we can show this. Do you want to get your little thing, your little
Yeah.
phone? So
We'll show it there.
you see that it'll say RM or NM. NM means Negociant Manipulant, which is a big house. It means they source grapes.
All right, let's show that to the Chase. Chase, can you show that to the
Chase is right
So,
there.
so
It's right there. Just look for the RM. So each of the champagnes by law will have to have a code. Grower champagnes, and I'm trying to get people to drink it. But
You're good, right there.
Grower champagnes are small farms, right? So small farms, small production, and really a lot of value for money. What are you going to pay for Dom? $250, $300. You're getting a Blanc de Blanc, although it's non-vintage, for $60 is very, very reasonable. Whereas you look at some of the other champagnes that used to be $50 and $60 from these big houses, they're $78, $80 now. And so what you get is people that are buying grapes from everywhere and blending their own. You have more control. You have more control over your vineyard if you use pesticides, which is very important, at least to me. So none of the wines that I use or that I sell here in Mississippi are heavy and manipulated, which you get a lot of, right?
All right, so quick question.
Yeah.
All right, it's New Year's Eve. You want a glass of champagne.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going with? What's your go-to?
If I can find a bottle, I can't say. I got too many champagne friends.
All right, Chase. Don't tell me you got too many champagne friends.
No,
If you got one bottle to pick.
I'm not. I don't mind. I was going to ask you my next question, anyways. What I was going with this is do you ever even mess with Proseccos and stuff, or
Yeah. Yeah.
frankly, any sparkling, I'm typically okay with unless it's way bottom of the barrel.
So
I'm not discriminating when it comes to that.
most Prosecco's out
No.
there,
man.
just are heavily manipulated. It's like a lot of sugar.
Okay.
And it's done in a different method than champagne.
So hangover's worse.
What's that?
Hangover would be worse.
Oh, way worse.
Really?
Way worse.
We say hangover. That's like a curse word out here. We're not doing that today.
Yeah, no, none of these wines will give you a
mindset.
hangover unless you drink.
But the more sugar that's in with
Yeah,
the
more
drink,
sugar,
the
yes.
more
Well,
the hangover's
it's
gonna
not
be.
just the sugar; it's the chemicals. It's not the sulfites either. Because if you look at a can of Coca-Cola, it's got 10 times the amount of sulfites in it. So if your wife or whatever is like, sulfites. Well, every single wine has sulfites. It's a product of.
Neil Shaggy on the chat said, "Tell Scoops that the Cubs are up 4-2."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Way to go.
I'm surprised we don't have the game on in the back.
Recommendations on a bottle for an 11 a.m. kick since there's 20 of them.
Oh my goodness.
Michel Gonnet, baby.
Okay,
All
there
the
you
way.
go.
Michel
Well done.
Gonnet.
Got freaking hose in those schedule, didn't it?
If not,
Is there a
Sora
single
Prosecco,
Is there a single
Soro, Prosecco from Italy.
Sorry.
It's like $28. You can pick it up kind of almost anywhere. If they don't, if your local store doesn't have these, they can get all these wines tonight.
Now this is really good. Now champagne, I've had 1,000 times more than I have wine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've probably had sparkling.
I've
I'm
had-
not like champagne.
Unless Dom Perignon is not a champagne.
Okay, so you're a baller.
Used to
Is
be.
that what you're
used to
saying?
be?
Used to be.
Yeah, used to be. I'm a reformed baller. How about that?
What kind of wine does Saban drink?
He doesn't drink.
Oh, come on.
Come
Shut
on.
up.
Stop. Let's stop this. Nick Saban
No.
is purer than the driven snow stuff.
Seriously.
He does not have any drinks ever?
No, he hasn't drank in like years.
Really?
Yeah, I'm being serious. I'm not joking.
Okay.
I'm not, yeah, I mean, I swear. I'm not joking.
Why not? I guess if you're winning, you don't have a reason to drink.
I don't know. He doesn't drink. I've drank at his house, but he doesn't drink.
What's he stock?
Everything. He's got like set up like that.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think he every once in a while just has a little small table?
I have been in situations where he would have. I've never seen him or her, and he told me he doesn't drink.
He dips though, right?
He will throw a red man in from time
Hell
to time.
yeah. About a little zen.
Trying to quit, but just working on
What
it.
No,
about
every
a little?
day.
What about a little 6 milli lip pilly, a little zen? He'll hit up a little zen.
Coach is a real man. He goes
Yeah,
red man gold blend.
He does real choss. and
Yeah,
fucking
red man
stuff.
gold blend. Real man.
I think I cursed.
It's okay.
You will be okay. I promise you.
I don't want to get y'all banned on.
No, we're good. That's why we're on. That's why we're on Instagram.
on the Twitter.
Trust me.
That is not what will do it.
Yes.
I promise.
We've committed far more sins than that.
Yeah, we did get banned from TikTok one time, but that was we were having Title IX discussions, and TikTok didn't like United States.
That's very good. Like that's
this
that's
right
excellent.
here.
It's
That's excellent.
That is excellent.
It'll
so-
be one of the more affordable champagne.
Yeah, this right here to
Yeah.
me, and I've had a bunch of champagnes. This is one of the best tasting champagnes I've ever had.
Like this right here is why I'm so glad that the Egg Bowl's not on Thanksgiving, because you can't drink all day and then go cover the game. I guess you could.
Do what?
You would not enjoy it.
I don't think so, actually.
All right, so this one I'm gonna show the people. We'll show them YouTube. This right here. Go find this bottle of champagne. Am I close enough?
Yep, you got it.
Michelle Gonet.
$60.
And it's on the list I published on the board this morning. I put the list of wines up. It is on.
If we got people on the board,
That is a great
This right here.
$60 bottle of
That is
champagne.
this right here, $60. Highly recommend if you're a champagne person.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Orange juice.
What's that?
Champagne.
Champagne and orange juice.
See, I
don't know.
I know this
Why
sounds-
don't you just
all right.
drink champagne? Why do you need to add?
I'm with you on this.
Sorry, you're saying that's a waste of
All right,
waste of orange
With
juice.
that,
is
that
what
would
it
be
is.
a waste.
Oh,
of-
yeah,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
I'm on Team Wesley here. I don't believe you should ever mix champagne. I think that I get people like it for brunch and stuff.
Well, I think it's the Prosecco thing. Like, people will mix Prosecco with Aperol or Prosecco with some orange juice and then some Aperol, and you're just making a cocktail, basically.
No, that was good. That was legit right there.
Yeah, I really like kind of smaller producers like this. There's another one, guy named Metaville, and the son is happens to be a T.O.'s a very very good looking fellow who's 21. I think he just turned 22, but he's a professional fisherman in France. He's sponsored by Shimano, but he also helps out. He's starting to learn to make wine. He's in winemaking school. His wine's Gonnet Metaville is how you spell it. Are really quite great. And if you go to some of the smaller houses like this, instead of the bigger houses, then they really care. And they really care about you coming, and they want to show you a good time. Maxine from Bergère came by a few weeks ago, and they've got an Airbnb in Epernay. They've got restaurants. Although they're the smallest little house in Epernay on the block, they're making some of the best wines. So,
Any good wine cocktails? Somebody asking.
no.
Let's go.
Drink bourbon.
Let's
dude.
go.
The reason I'm called Seth as a nickname is that Orgeron for 2.5 years never called me by my real name. Every time I interviewed him, he called me Seth. And that he literally thought it was my name. He would walk up, "Hey Seth, how you doing?" It was Seth for.
You
over
never
2
corrected
years.
him?
No, just went with it.
Why didn't you
It's
correct
not-
him? Say, hey.
I did like for the first 6 months, and then at some point it's like the hell with it. Like it is what it is.
Hey Steve, could you get the 2 Pinot Noirs?
Oh, this is your favorite right here coming up, right?
That one and that one.
How does it go with Tito's? That's my man Ronnie.
Just drink Tito's with ice and maybe a lime, and then you can go
That's what
vomit.
Nick's got in his collection. He's got a fantastic collection of.
I cheated with.
So on your right, is going to be the Santa Barbara County. Boom.
Okay. This is Santa Barbara County.
So the right is an American.
They're both American. They're
Okay.
both from the same vineyard.
Oh, they're close to the same vineyard.
They're from the same winemaker.
So let me get these up. I've got the pictures of the red wines for you guys. Find them. Switch it to red. Oh, so these are both the. Okay, yeah. We're back to that brand. That winery.
So this is
Turn off the WNBA. You ain't got to worry about that with your boy.
so this is we have like a $28 wine, and then
Okay.
we have like a $75 wine.
Let's do
Don't
this.
tell him
Don't
which
tell
one's
me
which.
which one. Okay. Let's play a game.
That's
here.
what we're gonna
All right,
do.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Same vineyard. One's 20 something. One's 70.
All right. So you know which one of these you poured of mine that's the expensive one?
100%.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going full tilt.
Okay, let's all do the same one. So
Which one are we doing?
The one on the right.
The one on the right.
All right.
Okay.
So one.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, don't.
Go for it. Same vineyard now. Same vineyard, or well, different vineyard, but same.
And they're both the
winery.
same type of.
So they're 100% Pinot from the same area. One is Santa Barbara County, and one is more specific in the Santa Maria Valley. And the winemaker is South African. Don't mix them up. Okay, why don't we look at the color differences in the two? Do we see any kind of color differences? And put them up to against
Yeah, I
a
saw
white
them.
sheet,
Oh, yeah,
a
for
white
sure.
sheet of paper.
I saw when you poured them.
Okay, so which one is kind of more ruby red, and which one's more brick red?
The ruby red's the on the left. The
Okay, which one is more kind of brick red?
to me, it's the one on the right.
Yeah.
Hey, Blue Red wants to know, has Parham broken out their Hardy Burgundy yet?
The good bourbon is back there in the back. Oh, you said Burgundy. No, Wes is in charge of the.
All right, so here's my honest opinion.
So are we trying both right now, or what are we doing?
Oh, you
Let's
can
see
try. We'll try one at a time.
I think
How
the
about-
one on the right is the most expensive one.
And why do you think that?
It just tastes better to me.
It tastes
But what do
better.
you taste?
What?
It's
Yeah,
lighter.
it's more-
It's lighter.
It's lighter. Okay.
It's lighter. Not as.
What? Give me.
It's
Give me. A,
smoother. It's
Give me some
smooth.
tasting notes.
all right. Okay.
I'm
Hold
from
on.
Alabama. I don't know all these terms.
Hold on. We'll go simple.
Yeah, look, now we're
Red.
talking language.
Red fruit, blue fruit, black fruit.
That's supposed to be simple.
Which one? 3.
Now think about it.
Is it red fruit? Are the fruits red in nature? Are they blue in nature? Or are they black in nature? Think blackberry, blueberry,
Yeah, I got you,
raspberry,
I got you.
cherry. Think. What are you thinking?
That would be a red fruit to me, like a cherry flavor. Not, it's not cherry flavor, but
Okay.
a red fruit. This one. This is where I get frustrated because I know what I'm fucking tasting and I can't explain it.
It's a little earthy.
With the
You gotta
with-
learn it. Yeah,
with
that's-
the
that's-
terminology that you're waiting for me to say that's not
Okay.
in my brain, it doesn't compute. It's lost.
So
in the
okay.
OCD.
So which one's fruitier? Right or left?
right?
Right's fruitier. That's right.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one, here's what I'm getting out of this. I know I'm wrong when I'm saying this. By the way, this is probably the cheaper one because this tastes to me like an expensive wine.
You're correct. What makes it?
Hey, look.
Hey,
Time out. What makes it? And don't be an asshole and be like, oh, I looked at the cheaper one. No. Just like.
That's legal in Biker.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Hey, you're part of the group now. Good job. I like it. This is my kind of guy.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
No,
my
you're
kind.
good.
No, trust me. You're
I'm
awesome.
pretty sure my wife is watching.
No, you're okay. Actually, you have to answer her.
So it's like, why do you know it's the cheaper one? You prefer the cheaper one?
Why do I prefer the cheaper one?
Yeah.
I just think it's, in my opinion, it's lighter and smoother. This one has a deeper.
So it's got
How about
flavor.
this? This is
It has more complexity.
This is
It's
richer.
more complex.
It's richer than the
of
other
course, it should be more complex.
one.
I'm
I'm with you.
and that goes to show you that it's not just I don't know, some guy's thoughts about what his wine should taste like. It's actual you can measure it. Like why you know the one that's more
All right,
expensive
here, the reason
is on the left.
I've actually figured out how
Because there's a
articulate
reason
this. Yeah, the
behind
reason
it.
that I think this is more, I can taste more flavor, more texture in this one than I can in this one.
Yeah.
And so for me, and this is just me personally, if I'm drinking wine now, there are certain wines I like that, like the Camus. I like Camus, as you know. All right, but
Jesus.
I do. My man Bob took care of us.
Sure did.
This is excellent.
They're both great.
This is really good.
They're both great.
Which one is this?
I can just tell that this one is a little lighter.
That's the Prescott vineyard.
What's the word I'm looking for when it's
I'm
more
a fan of
taste?
I'd like to go to their
More
place.
texture, more rich.
Yeah,
What's the
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Everything they have.
I mean, to me, it's more
This is
complex,
excellent.
it's deeper, it's richer.
My daughter's way.
It's actually done in kind of old oak, so there's definitely there's a lot more flavors, and so you can quantify wine in complexity, which is in balance. It's not one thing or the other; it's all the things together, and it's balanced.
So do you
And
think if he kept
absolute
drinking wine
fruit.
for a little while, he would start to prefer the more like
Yes.
the other one? Like he would
100%.
learn it. And,
I mean,
Well, yeah, that's why.
I mean, he can already tell. So he can already tell quality,
Yeah.
and it's not.
Wes, your wife's checked in now. She
It-
is here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
She
we're
just-
good.
Okay.
She's good.
We got laughing. We're good.
Biscuits, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
So no, don't do that. So you already can tell quality, right? You just don't know why you can tell quality. So there is a reason one costs 70 and one costs 30.
All right, so here I'm being serious. Like, so I think they're both great. Like, I haven't had anything I wouldn't drink. I haven't had anything I didn't like.
Okay.
All right. Being
Sure.
serious.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So, but for me, I'm just talking the Alabama redneck here. For me, it's not a $50 difference, if that makes sense.
And that's
That's just
fine.
me.
And that's fine.
And
But-
it's not a wrong
I think
answer.
this is a great. I think this is great. You know what I'm saying? I like both of them, but I also think this is great. I can tell that has more flavor or whatever you
and it
call
might be
texture.
not. It might not be that much. It might be like I think it might be a $60, $55, $60 versus 30. But you could tell quality, right? And so
I'm also the guy that drinks Miller Lite, but will also crush a Natty Light.
we.
You know what I mean?
that's
Like, there's a
fine.
difference, right? But they're both good to me.
Yeah, I crush.
Fair, right?
I crush beers all the time. So, but when I think you're
Duke said Siskey wine coming soon. Probably not.
Siskey.
Quick, you
I-
gonna
I
start
can-
with winery?
I can actually make that happen. But
Oh, that would be dangerous.
yeah, I'd take you out there and we would go crush.
We could probably sell some McCready and Siskey wine, huh? We'll get us.
We can go pick out.
We can sell it to the fans.
Maybe we
Try.
can. Yeah, we just got a couple hurdles, but
Just a couple hurdles.
I mean, I can call it.
That's really good.
I know a guy,
It's really good.
right? So
All right. So what is your? What? All kidding aside, I'm asking you here. All right. Do you not like this, the first one, the cheaper one?
I like the first one a lot.
Okay. But if you had to, like,
I sell a lot of it. It's really good.
do you like the first one, the cheaper one?
I like it.
You don't.
Once I drank the other one, I went, okay.
Right.
The other one messed it up.
So
if we had just gotten that one, I said, yeah, it's fine.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
So what Matt and the gang are doing at Prescott is they're making a fantastic wine that they know is fantastic, but they're also trying to make another good wine that's affordable so people can drink it, right? Because you don't want to have just unaffordable wine. There's one of my favorite winemakers is Thierry Alimon. He's got in Cornas. He's got 2 wines from 2 different vineyards. They're both incredibly expensive, right? So he's
If you had told me, like,
But if you're sitting at home on a Tuesday night and this is the one wine that's available to you,
fine.
this is great. Yeah, you're fine.
I mean,
I open up a bottle of
That's
this.
that's sort of the point, right?
yeah, that's the. I mean, being serious, everything. I don't know how many freaking glasses we've had so far, but all of to me, I'm not throwing any of them away. I think they're all great.
But that's the point. Like, so if I'm sitting here and this is the one wine that's available to me and I have it, I'm quite pleased.
We're not
But
done
if you
yet,
but if you offer me if you come back and say, hey, you can have this one, there's a difference, and I'm like, oh, this is more complex, it's better, I like it, etc.
We're not done yet,
Do
so I'm
yourself.
rushing this question. But like, you've had a lot of different wines now. What do you think you like in a wine?
Me,
Like, what is it in a wine so far that you like?
I like smoothness. I don't like to have a lot of. I like.
What do you mean by
I'm,
smoothness?
what I'm getting to. See, smooth is like more of a whiskey term or a hard alcohol term, right?
Yep.
But I like.
You don't like any tannins.
That would probably be the right.
You don't
That's
want
what
bitter.
you're saying.
I don't want
You-
bitter.
you don't want bitter.
I want to taste. I want grape juice with a burn. That's smooth.
So you're gonna gravitate more towards light skinned grapes,
Yes.
or thin skinned grapes.
like
we call them.
so far.
Gamay.
Now the only one I will say this. I've noticed that I like the lighter color. Like for me, again, everybody else has got their whole deal. For me, the lighter color ones have been good. They've been the best for me, except for when we did the whites a minute ago. That one I like the one you like the
You like the Loire Valley. We
you
both
like
the,
y'all like the one that you liked.
Mhm.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
I like that was a darker than the other one. I really like that one probably best. But to me, I mean, I'm not kicking any of these out of the house, man.
The least favorite so far was the rosé because you're not big on the carbonation.
No, I'm good on carbonation. I feel like it's an it's
What's
not. I don't feel like it's a wine. I feel like
They can.
I'm getting something from the store.
So we had a good question. Like,
Yeah.
where do tannins come from?
Yeah.
Right, tannins come from the seed, the skins, the stem, and then there's oak tannins or barrel tannins. But usually, if you put something in new oak, it's to make the harsh tannins a little bit more supple. So a lot of times in Napa, you're going to get this like overripe fruit, it's heavy in tannin. They'll just slap some oak on it to hide the flaws in the winemaking. Right, so the Presqu'île has a little bit more tannin than probably the Santa Barbara because it's done in a little bit different style and it has a little bit of wood tannin coming in through it. Right.
So if they, all right, I have a question. So you got same place is making this wine, right? How do they go? I know what you just explained with the barrel. They just simply put this batch in a barrel to create the tannins, or
That's a good question.
No,
do they
they're not trying to.
So I'm so ignorant on this. I don't know what's a good question and what's not.
Yeah. So in kind of better grapes, barrels are used as a method of fermentation.
Yeah.
And they add things too. They add complexity, right? So they add toasty flavors and nutty flavors and mushroom flavors and earth. And then the barrels kind of get oxygen too, so it helps with the winemaking process.
Which
so
ones
with
you
the
like?
other ones, they're maybe done in concrete vats or stainless steel, where it's just fruit, and it's very simple because it's simple fruit. And if you think about this, it costs. I think the Murphy family at Presqu'île, they use old oak, but if you think about like Camus, what does a new French wine oak barrel cost? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. It's depending on the source, between $1,800 and $2,600. Right. So what does that do into your cost? It's like skyrocketing it.
That's how much the barrels cost?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right.
Well, that's what I was asking. Is where I knew that I got it figured out, and I know.
So that goes into the bottle cost too.
I know this is hard to imagine. I scored a 30 on my ACT and everything. I portray that I'm a complete dumbass, but I'm actually semi-intelligent. But that was my thing. Is all right from a cost perspective. You got something that's $50 more a bottle of wine. Where does the cost?
Yeah, like how are they manipulating cheap wine versus not as cheap wine?
PCG
Right, so-
Brandon wants to know. We have thank you for the super chat.
Hold on, real quick. Let's answer this, and then you do
Okay.
it. How are they manipulating the difference in cost to know? Hey, we're going to make a budget wine and a little less budget
Yeah.
wine. Like, what do they do?
It comes down to the vineyard maker tasting the grapes, the sugar level, the acidity level, the ripeness of the grape at harvest, all these things. Where is it? What does this plot give? What kind of soul it's on? Okay, now what do we do? Do we put it in oak? Well, if we put it in oak, it costs money. But we just got these grapes for really cheap, right? So a lot of the in smaller vineyards like Presqu'île, a lot of it comes down to the cost of the land, the cost of the grapes, and the cost of the barrel. So it costs money to get to buy barrels to put your wine in oak. So they have to charge a higher price. So if you don't put a wine in oak, and then some, you can get oaky flavors like in some Chardonnays, and you're like, why does this taste so oaky? when it's a $25 bottle? Well, you can oak chip it. There's actually whole conferences that they have every year where they buy chemicals to manipulate the wine. So when you're buying some of these cheaper wines from California or Australia, they're all manipulated because they know exactly what you like. They know the American palate. They're going to add sugar. They're going to chaptalize. They're going to add chemicals to make it taste a certain way, and then they're going to sell it for pennies on the dollar when it's really not. It comes to wine juice. And you know, kind of we as Americans think that all kind of wines are equal. It's just what someone will pay for it, which is not the case.
Yep.
Right. So there's a lot of back-breaking labor that goes into making champagne. So for champagne, so they might have a riddling rack where they're going through and hand turning these bottles every day for long periods of time. That takes a lot of money and cost. So why is it more? Well, they not only do they have to ferment a wine, but then they have to make it sparkling. And so there's a big process in that, right? And so, you know, Presqu'île's a small farm in the San Maria Valley. Beautiful property. You can go there, have lunch, horseback ride, all that good stuff. But they're a small winery.
Yeah.
Right. So they do things the old school way and I think the correct way. And so that's why, you know, one wine costs more than the other. Because one wine they can charge grapes at X amount because it comes from this place. And then one wine that costs a little bit more to farm. Not to mention California taxes.
Wes, aren't some of the most popular wines right now, like I can think of a 20-something and a 40 to 50-something wine that are super big in the U.S., they have additives like crazy thrown in.
Yeah, I mean, you can get some $100 wines in the U.S. that just they can make it taste how they think you want it to taste.
Can you share with everybody the ones that have additives, or is that?
I will not do that.
Okay.
We still have a business around
I
here.
bet I could guess on.
Let's see what had happened was.
I could guess on many. Yeah.
A lot of people already,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
I like French wine. This is one of the few American wines that I have, and I have it for a reason, and it's just because of the Murphy family beliefs and how they make wine and how they do wine and what they believe a wine should taste like. And to me, like, you got one that kind of tastes like old school, like very Burgundian, right? It's earthy, some mushrooms, like red fruit, and you have one that's a little bit more approachable and more affordable for people who want to drink a really great Pinot that doesn't have Syrah in it, right? So a lot of Pinot Noirs, they blend a little Syrah, give it a little depth, a little weight, because they know the American palate likes that.
Somebody asking good wine types for seafood. Both those Sauvignon Blancs we had would be excellent.
Oh, yeah. Chardonnays. Depends on what seafood, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm at a crawfish bowl, I'm going to drink Muscadet or Riesling or Gruner Veltliner.
Age comes into play on bourbon. Does it come into play in wine?
Age?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, things age. Things change.
All right, question while we're discussing. Thank you, Steve. My man, see, Peanut, you need to come hang out with us, man. I don't want to be on camera. Come on, hang out with us. All right, so obviously everybody, even the saying, you know, age like a fine wine, right? What age is too old for wine? What's the prime?
It depends on vintage and it depends on place. It depends on alcohol, acidity. I was in Champagne, and the 1976 vintage was a very bad vintage, and the grandmother family kept going on and on. Oh, he was down below, so hot, because they don't want it hot in Champagne, right? But the wine held up, right, from 76. So it lasted because it was higher in sugar and alcohol, because it was a riper vintage.
What's the oldest wine that you've had that you were like, that's good shit?
1863.
Holy shit.
Wow.
1863.
President Lincoln.
What was it called?
What was it?
The cost is
Well, this is that's what we got to show, man. I love this
So
shit.
PTG Brandon wants to know, thanks for the super chat. He says, we want to know where this wine ranks against the Trump wine. Well, I mean, everyone's saying it's not as good. So, I mean, that's what everyone is saying.
We haven't had a 75% Merlot yet
No.
in our box of tricks.
we might.
That's where all
Oh,
this.
we're not done yet. That's a good point. Yeah.
This is where all the
We
story.
got 3
Wes,
left.
you had
Okay.
an
We got third left?
1863 wine where?
at a buddy's house over here. We
All
had
right.
dinner.
How much
we had
was that?
1863, 1934, 80, 82, 83, 87, 97.
That doesn't seem so old to me for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It makes me
The
feel,
night- the
makes
night-
me feel old when you
I'll
start
say
talking
this.
about you had 93
The
class
1934 was a little bit more lively and everything, but you know, wine can last if it's stored properly. If it sees heat, it's
wine. Yeah, right.
Let's go curse again.
It's
If it gets
okay. I
heat,
promise.
it's
okay.
messed up. It gets messed up if
It gets
the wine
fucked up.
sees
You
heat.
say
So
it.
what ruins wine? So here's the thing: if you might have had a wine that you thought was bad, that really wasn't bad. It was cooked. It was matterized from heat, from being too hot. So
All right, we gotta be nice. My wife's just joined. We gotta be quiet.
you can't.
Nice.
You can't store wine in your car. You can't go to the liquor store, grab some bottles, leave them in your car in June, go in the grocery store, get some stuff. The wine should be the last thing that's bought. Heat ruins wine. Sunlight ruins wine. Right? If it's stored properly in a cellar or wine fridge, you can even put it in a refrigerator. 55 degrees is about perfect. It can last for as long, and this is where it gets into.
Yeah, what is you store something in the most perfect condition you can store it? How long can wine? I mean, let's say it's the best. The best is Trump wine, because if it's Trump wine, it could last forever. The longest
Everyone says that.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
The longest you could store wine, saying you had a cellar, everything was great, before it just turns into vinegar.
Depends on, well, if you're storing it perfectly. If you're in France, you can get a bottle from at least the 1900s. I've seen bottles from 1800s that you can still drink. But it's like, what do you like in wine? Do you like fruit, or do you like earthy bottle?
I would be
aging
honest with you.
characteristics?
I would not give a shit what it tasted like if you said, "Hey, I'm going. Would you like this bottle of 1863?" You're damn right. I'm going.
I need to try that.
I'm gonna try it.
So there's there's definitely an arc of how good a wine is, and then how, in your opinion, right? So if you're looking for like bouquet, some aromas, more earthy style wines, kind of older wines are better. So right here we're looking at a 2020, which is the one on the left, and then a 2022.
Okay.
So you're looking at 4 years versus 2 years, right? And you're seeing kind of more bottle aging characteristics in the older wine. The wine that you think is more expensive, which it is, but it is that way,
If
for a
the
reason.
people putting the grapes in to the
So
vat,
this will-
if they wear masks, does it taste better?
Okay,
Is
so
it
think
more
of-
smooth? Is it filtered? The taste?
Well, think about wine as this way. Think about human history and what we did to preserve food.
Sorry, Chase.
Right?
You're good.
No. So the way we preserve food in human history was salt,
Yep.
sugar,
Yep.
alcohol. That's preservatives. So the higher something is in sugar,
Scoops is drinking.
salt, and alcohol, the longer the ageability of that wine is. So these are all things that kind of come together.
All right. Last question.
How long is a bottle good once it's opened?
Good question. That way, somebody come on the chat.
depends.
Somebody chat.
2 days.
2 days?
Depends on the wine. I think you have a 2-day window before it starts to drop off.
Okay.
I did not know that. Thank you. Good question. Good
Well,
question.
does it get a little flat? Like it's like is it oxidizing like bourbon?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So you like Italian wine, right?
Yes.
How long is
So
bourbon?
I like if I'm going to drink Nebbiolo, I'm going
You
to
can
open it up
store it
that
and
morning
it'll
to
be
drink it that
okay.
night.
It
and
gets
it's
in
going
the
to be
light right
better
here.
the next night
Oh,
for a young
2 months.
Nebbiolo,
You're
right?
right,
So
okay.
for like a
Yeah,
young
yeah.
Barolo,
That's
like
not long.
2018, 2024 Barolo, I'm going to open up in the morning, and it's going to drink better the next night.
okay.
So some wines open up with
Meaning you open it on Monday morning and drink it on Tuesday night.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some wines,
It's not like it's
right? So
No, there's not. Yeah, there's not. You know.
there's what's beautiful about the world of wine is one, there's a lot of history, and I suggest you all go read Wine and War. It's a great book that goes through kind of Nazi Germany occupying France during the war, and then the French resistance, stuff like that. Anyway,
You don't have to worry about your boy reading that book.
yeah.
I don't
Well, you
read.
can listen to it on audiobook.
Wine and war.
Wine and War.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Wes, a lot of people want to hear about the 1863 wine. They want you
They want to know what were the characteristics of the 1860s.
Let's go. 1863.
Toffee, coffee, nutty. caramel, like burnt caramel. Yeah, like dried apricot.
Almost like a bourbon.
What kind of wine?
But like, did it heighten, or did it sort of taste like rubbing alcohol? Like
No. It was quite delicious.
Okay, it still kept characteristics.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still wine. It's just not like.
All right.
It's not like fruity and vibrant.
All right, here's the question that.
Let's get to two more
All
wines.
right, I
over
know.
there.
I got to ask you one question though. The 1863 wine. If I went to go buy that, how much would I have to pay for that wine today? You do know. You know all this shit. You don't know how. You do know. You can't. You're not gonna tell me. You say you're not gonna tell me, but you do know. You know exactly to the probably the cent. Give me a ballpark. An 1863 bottle of wine. If I wanted to go buy it,
Depends on who made it.
all right, me.
Depends on who made
If I'm
it.
going to
If
go
you
buy
made it, then it's not worth it.
yeah, it's not worth it. I agree. All right, but what I'm trying to say is, if I wanted to go
$10.
bullshit, get $10 maybe in 1863, which would be in current. It would have been like $1,000 in somewhere around the January of 2020, but now it's like $70,000. Are y'all pouring out that wine? That is a cardinal sin y'all are doing over there.
Yeah, plenty of wine.
No, I'm
You're
drinking.
supposed to spit it all out with tasting.
I'm drinking mine.
We'll go back.
I'll kid aside, like how much would I? Because the fans will know, like what's the? If I want to buy an 1863 bottle of wine, I better be coming with. Just give me a guesstimation. Give me a range. Give me a range.
Depends on what it is.
The particular wine that you
The one you had, Wes.
that you drank. What would you guesstimate if I wanted to go buy that in the open market? What would I have to? A range of money that I would have to go with.
Okay, so
Just a range. You don't have to get. If you feel uncomfortable telling me the exact number, just nobody cares. I mean, they hear me say dumb shit all the time.
you could probably get one for 30, 40K.
$30,000 or $40,000. Holy shit!
If it's
Are you
like,
What did you think he was gonna say?
I mean, I was thinking like 5,000, 6,000.
I was thinking 25.
1863.
depends on the.
It was
producer.
Gettysburg.
Abraham Lincoln was president.
He didn't fucking build cork the son of a bitch. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Wines like this are usually.
like if you told me Abraham Lincoln corked a bottle of wine on his way in the Ford Theater, I would have paid $35,000 for it. Are you serious?
It would probably cost you more than that.
It really would probably. I mean, but you know what I'm saying?
I
That's-
don't know, dude. $50.
Would you have guessed that?
I mean, I definitely would have guessed
Steve
at
being
least
honest over there, he hit
25
25.
grand. I mean, yeah, I mean,
Holy shit!
I'm
Yeah.
just saying that because it lasts like bottles from.
Hey, this is
1800 I
this
saw.
is an official announcement.
as GJG said, if you
Wait.
have to ask, you can't afford it.
Is this?
But,
Is
like,
this?
I agree.
Like, that's the answer to that.
I'm not,
Is
there's no
that-
chance. There's no chance. There's no chance. There's no chance I would like.
Well,
If I told my
inflation,
wife-
guys. Inflation is up.
But
If you gotta ask her friend if she's gonna say yes, she's not.
Yeah,
So there you
if
go.
I went and told my wife, she says, "Hey, what did you just spend?" Well, first of all, she'd cuss me, but what did you
Yeah,
spend
go for it.
$35,000 on? And I told her a
Whatever
bottle of
you
wine,
want.
she would kick my ass. She's
Hey,
listening, by the way. So I gotta be
before we crush that one, why don't we have a little champagne refresher?
nice. Okay, if you got, if I have to, if I must, I just want to say,
Okay, so we're
I'm very
pouring calves next.
Hey, but real quick, I'm
A Bordeaux and a Cabernet.
Oh,
real quick,
now we're in business.
real quick. I'm very disappointed. I want to go on the
You
record.
want to put that in the fridge for me?
Hey, I want to go on record
Or the freezer for 10 minutes?
that my man Wes has yet to have to take one of my glasses and pour it into the bucket over there.
Oh, that's becoming obvious. Quick.
Yeah, this stuff's great, man.
You're a champion. Cheers.
Cheers,
Hey,
sir.
thank you guys for having me. I don't know why we don't do this every Wednesday.
Oh, what are we doing? Hey, we can do it.
Aaron's like, oh no. Nope.
You know, Wes, I'm a 3-time world champ.
And what?
If you gotta ask, you don't want to know.
Big Ben says most expensive bottle of wine ever was $558,000.
Oh,
1945 Romani Conti. Any idea? Okay. Any
DRC.
idea? Yeah, probably.
DRC.
Hey, I talked to Cole. Cole said we're gonna get some.
We're gonna
I'm
talk.
not.
I
I'm not
actually
drinking
think-
yet.
I mean-
I'm holding. I'm not drinking yet.
CJ asking 1863 wine or 23-year-old Pappy. I actually think 23-year-old Pappy is incredibly overrated.
Big time.
It's too much. It's too complex.
Depends on
It's been there too long.
You know, I'm gonna sound snobby.
Indoors is already.
Depends on the year.
It
It depends on the year, dude. It depends on, is it Stitzel Weller juice or is it
Are we changing alcohols now? We're having a
I mean, we can do that
We're
next
gonna
week
do
if you like. We can convert.
Bourbon.
We're
We're
going to
going
do
bourbon?
bourbon one
Hey,
next time.
yeah.
We're not far away. All right, so most expensive. I'm asking for the fans here. Most expensive bottle of wine is the 1863. The most expensive bottle of wine you would or glass of wine you have had in your life.
See, the thing is that I don't know.
Come on.
I mean, you can't.
You look it's like
He doesn't. I don't think he thinks about it that way.
So you asked me how much it would cost,
right.
and so how much something cost and how much I got it for is like two different things.
Okay, if you were a normal human being and on the open market, what would be the most expensive wine that you've had in a glass? If you were me,
Can I come back to that? Can I?
you can,
Yeah.
please. But the fans will know that's because
I've been like
you've had some good ones. I can tell.
I've had some.
Tell us 4-3 bottom line.
What's the range of wines?
Oh,
in St.
4-3
Pete?
bottom
Yeah, he's
nine.
gonna
So the bullpen's in.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tampa, on the win.
So the most recently, I had some Domaine de la Romani Conti Saint Vivant, which is a red burgundy that goes
No
for
chance.
about $5,000.
Holy shit!
It's about $5,000.
I look wrong. I think. Hey, I want to make a public announcement. Chase, is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Quick U is going from a football recruiting service to a wine business.
Are you?
Yeah, we're pivoting
What do you-
business strategies.
I mean, $5,000.
I'm going-
$5,000 won't even get you a portion of a
Well,
backup quarterback
hey, well,
these days.
I will put it like this. Wes is going to be the president CEO. I'm going to be the money guy.
Look, so
It's going to be the money guy. Let it just give him a little money and go get it.
I'm very lucky in the world that I'm in that I don't really have to buy a lot of wine, and the wine I do get is at cost. So I represent one of the greatest wines on the planet. That the last time I saw it was at Le Bernardin, which is a 3-star Michelin restaurant in New York, and it was for $3,400, and I was able to get the wine for $400.
Let's go.
So it's like, just because it's worth something, it's kind of like bourbon. It's like, how much is Pappy 23 worth?
Yeah.
Well, it's like $400, yeah, right?
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's not. It's not worth that. So like that question is, and once you get into expense, once you get into a level kind of over $500, it's just demand of other people thinking the wine is incredible. So some of my favorite wines are $250, right? That you can actually get. And actually, my favorite vineyard, they're recent vintages. They released 2 vintages, one at Christmas, and then a more recent vintage. They release a back vintage at Christmas. They sell it for $250. Their more recent vintage, if you buy it on release, it's $120. Right, but they'll release like this year. They released it 2014.
Okay.
And it'll be $250. But they have sold it in France and in the south of France for 10 years. So it's going to be perfect when you open it.
All right.
Otherwise, you just buy wines on release.
All right. So what we got here? I got the right one in my hand. So
Okay,
So we're going
so
left or right?
I got the right one. In
Are
my
both
hand.
these in this picture you sent me, Wes, earlier in the week?
yeah,
All right. So we'll give you the reds that we're currently doing. We're doing 2 caps.
How many more wines we got to go? I need to know.
we're doing a Cabernet Bordeaux. We have 3 wines left.
So I got six more glasses.
Well, we're going to drink champagne and bourbon after, right? How long is this lasting? We still have like some Javelin on the table.
We're here for you, boss.
Needs to be done. And then the champagne, Steve, don't let me forget the champagne in the freezer.
Okay, so currently we've got what? We've got...
We've got a Cabernet from the San Ynez Valley.
You monitor the chat over there?
So bottles 3 and
Monitor
4
chat
if you're
over
going left to right in our
there. You monitor
stream.
the chat.
Up right now. Bottles 3 and
I
4.
can't see it. Oh, you watch the cups.
I'm watching,
I'm
watching their bullpen.
I'm asking from the chat, Wes, you might not answer this because of your relationships, but if somebody's going to Napa, do you have 3 or 4 wineries they for sure should check out?
Oh, definitely. I would say Philip Tony. I would say Inglenook. And, like Robert Mondavi.
Really?
And that's just because it's like an old school classic.
Okay.
Like
Because I wouldn't have thought that off top when you were doing that. I wouldn't, for whatever reason, wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, like Inglenook is one of the oldest. Robert Mondavi's a legend, and then Philip Tongy is just they just make old school, Napa cat. It's
Okay.
incredible.
Gotcha.
So they're
Have like
expensive.
a $15 Pinot.
I'm not where are the wineries you should go to if you're in Napa, right? If you've never been, you need to check out the old school Americans, the greats.
Why do I like Russian River wines? Russian River Valley.
I don't know, Steve.
Is there a certain?
Do you?
Steve's got international flavor.
No. This. I don't.
I mean,
Steve, you need to come hang out with us, man. You're over
Which
there.
one am I trying?
Come over here and hang out with us.
We're going
Steve.
left or right? Are we
I
going
got
right
right.
to
We're
left?
going right to left.
Oh,
I got
sorry.
right.
All right.
Chase is.
Well, we could
Aren't
go
you
left to
left-handed?
right, whatever.
Aren't you left to right?
Yeah, let's go left to right.
Aren't you left-handed?
We're going left to right.
We're going left to right.
Why are we going left to right? We were
Because
just
we
right to
said
left.
so.
All right, smell this one. Tell me what you think. What are you getting? Right off the nose. Is it fruity or earthy?
I'm going fruity.
Yeah, it's fruity.
What type of fruit? Black fruit?
Golly, man. You ask some hard questions.
That's not a hard question. It's like, what type of fruit? I get a little bit of tobacco. I get a little
Is
bit
it crazy that almost get a
Tobacco
little,
is not a fruit.
almost get a little licorice?
Yeah, absolutely. That's good.
All right.
Boom.
Now I have a question.
Fuck, did you
Time
try
out.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, time out. Time out. Look, time out. Time
Yeah,
out.
that's what I get right off the top.
well,
Time out.
Well,
yeah.
Time out.
Yes, chef.
All right. So you said, what do you smell? I said, it's a little fruity. And you said it was a little fruity. And you said, little tobacco, little liver. That's
No,
not
but then
fruit.
but then I-
Like,
but then
help
I-
me out, coach. Coach me, coach.
Then I got another smell, and what came through was almost it was licorice.
Licorice.
Again, not a fruit.
Cassis. Cassis is a fruit.
Cassis is what I was
Cassis
looking for.
I don't even know what cassis is.
is that really what you're looking
That's
for?
like licorice.
That was the word I was looking for.
But that's why
Tobacco,
that's where I'm confused. Is y'all keep saying like
black currant.
you were
Yep.
you were talking like you went from like lemon to cantaloupe.
Plum.
And those two scents don't smell to me. They're the same. I'm trying to like smell.
Ripe plum.
Okay, now okay,
Blackberry.
stop.
Yeah.
I'm there. Plum. I'm there.
Black-
Like tobacco and
blackberry.
liver are not fruits. Am I the only one that's crazy on that?
What?
He said it smelled fruity, and then we were talking
He
about
said
liver and tobacco.
He said licorice, not liver.
Licorice is not a fruit either. That's where I'm trying to be liberal.
How sure are you about that?
About which part?
Licorice not being a fruit.
I'm pretty damn sure.
How
Is licorice a fucking fruit? Am I missing this? Seriously. If it is, I'm today years old when I knew licorice was a fruit. Is licorice a fruit?
No.
Okay, I'll just make sure because
I don't think
I'm
so.
all kind of confused right now. We got tobacco and liver.
I like you.
We
Most
had
people
fun.
somehow they don't really know why.
They don't know why. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys. Typically, people don't know why. They really hate me at first. That's really how it is.
Yeah,
They
we're
really
never
hate
going
me.
to dinner together.
They really. Oh, I'll be blessed.
I'll sit here and drink with you.
I'm actually a blast.
There's not going to be any of this left. Both.
Yeah, Steve drank half the bottle of the test.
Which one? Which one you got, Steve?
The last one, the biggest
Best one.
Is that the last red we had?
Yeah, over there, but Steve.
The one that's the
it's
expensive
half
one
gone.
in the last group?
I don't know what the prices are.
The one the last group.
Okay,
the one
this
that was
is the
expensive.
No,
this is
we
the
haven't had that
bottle
one
on the
yet.
left, correct?
Oh,
That's
okay.
correct.
Yeah.
I thought that was the last
This is
one.
Cru Montplaisir. It's a Bordeaux.
Deal right there.
It's
The left's the Bordeaux.
it's
Yeah.
a blend of Merlot, Cabernet, and Cab Franc.
Ah, so it's a Trump wine.
I brought that just for you now.
Jared, what's up, man? Man, Jared Duke, former Ole Miss offensive lineman, joining the chat.
Cubs win.
Hey, 2012, Ole Miss offensive lineman, one of the most fun teams
Hey, they all
I've
hung in
ever
there.
coached.
That
One of the most
group.
fun teams I've
That
ever
was-
coached in my entire life.
That was one of those fun teams I've ever covered in
Yeah.
my entire life. That was from a different age.
That was when
This was good.
football's fun. All right, we're going left.
Yeah.
Right?
Really.
I hate
It
it.
is good, yeah. It's not the Trump, but it's
Fair.
yeah.
So
I mean, that's what everyone says.
All right, what kind of wine are we in right
it's
now?
fruity.
It's
It's
a Bordeaux.
earthy.
Bordeaux.
This is the
Yeah.
Bordeaux. This is the Cru Montplaisir. It's about 75% Merlot.
Ooh.
Jared, what's up, baby?
So it is the Trump wine.
Right, it's 75%
This is
Merlot.
fun.
It's about 20% Cabernet and 5% Cabernet Franc.
This is what Trump was going for when he created his
He's
wine.
trying to make this probably. So
Do you taste the same notes, Neil, in both those?
Well, I mean, so here's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, that day I was tired and it was a lot, but it's similar, but this has more flavor.
It's the better version.
Well, it's better
All right,
texture,
can I try
better
something here?
tannins.
Can I try
It's-
something here? Can I try something? Does this have a lot of tannins in it?
It is tannin.
Chase, I learned something.
All right, so
I can
You get
tell
the bitterness?
this one. I'm going to use the word tannins.
It's
instead
gonna
of-
give you
instead of
a-
rich. This I can taste more flavor.
To me, I pick
It's
up
like a
more
chocolate.
tannins usually because there's more aftertaste. It stays with you
Like
for a
one of those-
second. It
help
kind
me
of
out.
sits on your
Yes,
throat.
Help me out because I'm literal.
Okay.
Jesus.
Define tannins.
It's bitterness.
See, I don't taste bitterness. I taste
Oh, you don't?
no.
But to me, I pick up tannins when I get a really long finish. Like, I feel like it sticks on the back of my throat.
Yeah.
And I think of that as tannins.
Did you just spit wine out? What are we doing here? Why am I the only one finishing my glass? Let's go, guys.
Man, I'm just not gonna say.
All right. All right. Boss, you can say it. Hey, you can say it, boss. You're good.
All right. So
Trust me, there's been a lot worse said on these shows.
no. Okay, so when you're listen, look when you retrohale, retrohale. So when you regurgitate, when you spit,
Okay.
you're
I'll
picking
do
up
that.
flavors in your nasal cavity, your nasal palate that you don't on your actual palate.
Okay.
Right. So
Now
here
I'm
you go.
learning some shit.
Hey.
No.
No. You're gonna spit.
No, I'm not a
You're
quitter.
gonna do this.
I'm not a
It's when you
quitter.
pick up the extra
I'm not a quitter.
tannins.
Spitters or quitters. I'm not a quitter.
Yeah. Hey.
We don't spit in my household.
You're gonna spit. You're gonna drink it. You're gonna swirl it around your mouth. And you're gonna spit. Damn it. Or I'm not doing another one of these.
Come on, Tyler.
Are you
What am I
gonna
supposed to do?
drink the wine? Let it swirl around your mouth,
Follow
and then
directions.
spit it in the bucket. Spit it, Daddy. There you go. All right. Do you notice? Listen. Do you notice how the tannin is kind of gripping your cheekbones inside your cheekbone? Do you notice?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. There you go. Don't be an asshole. Do what you're told.
Don't be an asshole. Do what you're told.
So yes.
Only my wife tells me that.
It's got tannins. But the tannins aren't too.
Tyler is getting a ride home from one of his children. You don't have to
Yeah,
worry about
yeah,
it.
we're good.
Everything is fine.
We're good.
Yeah. I do appreciate the concern. Thank you for
So
that.
so you're looking at about $28 bottle, and then
So the
Yeah.
one on the left, because I haven't had the one.
The less $28.
the less is about $28.
One
you
of
had
the
the one
rights
right
about
here?
a
Have you had the one right here?
$37 bottle.
So this family makes. They have 4 or 5 Bordeaux chateaus. They have one from Margot
Steve.
called Closeron. That it's like a $60 bottle, but it's very close to Chateau Margaux. So you're getting like really, really good. And I'm sure you've heard of Chateau Margaux.
I have.
Being
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're getting really good grapes for a really good price from them. And this bottle will be more, although it's left bank, but it's mostly Merlot. But it's still good. You still get that Bordeaux kind of left bank flavor, even though it is Merlot mostly.
So what are we getting on the? What's the right
So
bottle?
we're switching on the right. This is a
This
cat.
is all right. This is a Cabernet
Cab.
Sauvignon from
This is one I've had many times.
one of my good buddies.
Oh, you know this one?
Yeah.
You've had this
Um,
particular one?
Yes.
The Railsback brothers, Eric and Lyle Railsback. Eric Railsback was a sommelier for Gordon Ramsay and Mario Batali. He operated RN74 with Raj Parr. He was the
Ooh.
best new som, 30 under 30 for wine.
Yeah.
He makes wine. He imports wine. He's a dear friend.
I like this one.
He's a great guy.
This is Roman ceremony? Yeah, it's excellent.
He comes to several events in Mississippi every year, even though like we're not a huge market for them. He still
which bottle
likes
is
to
this?
come and hang out.
This
This
one?
is this one, the Roman ceremony.
All right.
It's about
Hey,
30.
Cisco
to
wine
40
approved
on
right
that.
here. Where we at?
This is really
Does that
good.
shut up?
You got it? Yeah. You're good.
Cisco approved.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
excellent. It's one of my
Cisco approved.
it's one of my favorites.
So it's
Really good.
yeah, it's not quite as tannic and harsh and has as much alcohol as the Bordeaux. This is done. This is what old school Napa Cab used to kind of be like. Low alcohol, you're looking at like maybe 13%.
Yeah.
That's low.
Yeah.
Give me this with a ribeye, and we'll hang out
Oh,
all
it's so
night.
good.
Yeah,
I know.
Like-
smooth.
It's so versatile. You can
Yeah.
have it with I
I'm
mean,
a fan.
you can
Oh,
have
this
it. With,
is-
you can have it with salmon, and it's fantastic.
I thought the other one was good until
All
I had
right,
this one.
so far,
Yeah.
going on a limb
So,
here,
so,
Chase.
so you're looking at a $10 difference, and you're
So
looking
far.
at location, and you're looking. There's a lot of different things that go
I
in.
know we got a couple things. Again, I don't classify the champagne and the stuff we had at the very beginning as the same kind of wine. I know you do, but are there wines, bubblies, and all that stuff? This is the best tasting wine I've had so far.
This one.
This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
That doesn't shock me at all. Like,
Eric will be here at a football game, and you can tell him he'll appreciate hearing that.
Who's that?
the
Oh,
the owner
really?
of the winery.
Oh, I love to
we
meet
know
him.
the.
Yeah, that's
we
what you're
know,
talking about. Yeah.
we know the owner.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, I'd love to meet him. He does. That's,
What are we doing?
It's one of my favorite things.
So we know the owner of the winery, and we're just sitting here like, hey, it's the greatest wine I've
You
had.
want to
in
FaceTime
my life. What are we
us?
doing? Let's
Yes, let's
yes,
FaceTime.
let's FaceTime.
Chris just said he's a dear friend. He's been in here 10 times. Yeah.
What are we doing?
I
Like,
wonder
we're
if
just
they'll
sitting here
answer.
like drinking from damn France and Egypt
What's
and
going to piss me
shit.
off is that all of a sudden, because you're getting the endorsement, is that it's going to disappear from the stores and not be able to find it.
That's okay.
Check out his photo, dude. It's like me. This is June.
Hey, FaceTime him and just hand me the phone and see if he answers. We'll go live
I
on
want to
air.
do this. It's trying to get me to go to Instagram.
Just hit FaceTime.
Video.
Yeah.
Eric's got a
FaceTime.
heck of a reputation in the wine industry.
From here. He's a stud.
We are calling the
He's
owner
not-
of the winery.
Calling the owner of the winery.
We're gonna see if he answers.
You knew this show would go off the
Yeah,
rails.
it's off the
Here we
rails
are.
already. Here we go.
He's probably working.
He's probably a 4-time world champ.
No, he's not.
He's in California.
I don't know where. I think he's in France, actually. So what time is it?
Oh, it's
Oh,
3
yeah,
a.m.
yeah.
Fucking
It's
3 in the
early-
morning.
Very early morning.
It's 3 a.m.
He's
Oh, I thought this guy lived in like Batesville.
Oh, he travels a lot. He's a-
I mean, we just caught a guy in France. I mean, it's like 3 fucking a.m.
he
First of all,
usually
Tyler's
answers.
not going to live in Vegas. He's going to live in
The
California.
owner of the winery lives in Batesville.
Well, I'm just, you know. All
Oh!
right, but like, we were like, hey, I know this guy.
You actually thought that might live in Batesville? I mean,
Hey,
how?
hey, look, I'm just saying.
I mean, anybody that wants to question the effects of CTE, there you
Hey,
go.
there you go. You never know where these guys live. So I have an investor in my company who is a weed farmer, like legal weed farmer, but he lives in Alabama.
Okay.
But his business is across the freaking globe.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
there you go. I'm glad this is on live. So
Tyler's
it'll
is
go off.
better than the Camus.
No, he's always traveling.
You
It
need
depends.
Side by side.
Look. Here's the thing with the Camus, man. Okay, the Camus. I don't. Do you remember what like?
It will give you a headache
Brand and
and
stuff
make
it was?
you angry.
Well, I would
I
say
can't
this.
imagine what a second sip would
So here's the truth about the Camus. Okay,
The answer
Camus.
is yes.
It is.
The
That's
Camus.
better.
The Camus that we had in Boise.
Camus has done a fantastic. I mean, to be honest, they've done a fantastic job of branding.
Oh, yeah, great.
I mean, they have. They've done a fantastic job of getting people to go, hey, this is a special occasion,
Yeah. Premium.
gourmet. And so it's like you taste with your eyes. And when people pour a glass, they go, hey, this is a special moment. And I don't mean that as a criticism.
Right.
Kudos to them.
Happy.
I mean, they've made a lot of money off of that.
Obviously, the
Good for
champagne
them.
we're having is one, but do you have a couple Oxford available champagnes that you recommend for people who have a hard time finding it local?
Absolutely. So in Oxford, in Tupelo, you can go to Lavino. They have the Michel Gonnet. They have actually one of my favorite wines is a 2008 Saint Chamond. Spell it Saint Chamant. So Chamant.
Okay.
Talk to Thomas. He'll hook you up. Here in Oxford, there's a couple of stores that have different wines. Champagne, Bergère, Michel Gonnet. I should Mississippi say these,
Yeah.
right? Like
Phonetically.
Robert Moncuit. Robert Moncuit.
I appreciate it. Look. Can I say something? Like, I appreciate that.
I think the best wine.
I appreciate that. They're laughing. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
They're
it's
laughing.
hard to
I
say.
appreciate it. Because I can like phonetically, like I'm like C spot run. I can process.
Stefan Cookliette is another one.
And I'll give you a plug here. Elizabeth points it out. You can go see Aaron High Cotton and say, "Give me what Wes has in."
Yeah, or not even
champagne.
that. Just say, you can go to social or High Cotton or
throw out your socials. Let's go.
Here,
throw out your
and
socials.
just say, hey.
Oh, social. Have you been to social?
The wine
store.
the liquor store.
It's over there by
It's on University.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Waters.
No.
No,
I mean,
exactly.
guys, I'm getting education in wine. I mean,
Social's very good. High Cotton's very good.
Look, High Cotton probably has the largest selection.
They do.
High Cotton.
High
And
Cotton
then
is
if you
fantastic.
go in there and you could probably talk to anybody and say, hey, what are some of Wes's wines?
Wes can't say it. I can. Go see Aaron at High Cotton, and he'll take care of you.
There you go, Steve.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, go see Aaron
Hey,
at
Steve,
High Cotton.
come on, hang out with us, Steve. Come on.
I'm
But
good.
if you don't want to fight that side of, but if you don't want to,
You don't want to fight that side of
real,
town?
If you don't want to fight that side of town, this is no joke.
So,
If you have,
Hang on.
if your time is unlimited, go to High Cotton, no question. But if it's on a football weekend or something, and you live on a different part of town, and you're like, I don't have an hour and a half for traffic, go to Social. They've done a fantastic job.
They just remodeled.
They've remodeled. They've done a fantastic job. They have a great. They have a great Italian wine selection.
Mine.
They've done a. There you go. But I mean, if you're walking in the door there, they've done a terrific job of making that a competitive
The Roman
wine and liquor store.
Really good.
Pierre
It's
Brousseau, Barbaresco, they have.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
It's
All
yeah.
right. So last
All
but not least, and then we can kind of go around and drink other wines. is,
Hang on, I gotta have the rest of this other one.
You don't have to, dude. You can go back to it.
I don't. I'm spitting.
You don't
for
have to
quitters.
drink them all in a row.
Spitters are for quitters.
I've got so many comments. My wife is watching. I can't
It's okay.
say.
My wife is too. I'm just gonna
is
get
that
my
mine?
ass kicked when I go
Oh, I'm
home.
sorry.
I'll be back here.
Hey Neil, we got a question from the chat. Do you miss Johnny from Alaska?
No.
No.
All right, we'll put the picture back up. I think this one was in the photos. This is the one on the right, the Pura. Is that the
Yeah.
pronunciation correct?
Is this yours? That you like?
Test
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
Testura,
So what is it?
Pura,
Oh wow.
Tinto, spelled Tinto, pronounced Tinto,
There's your smooth
from the Dow region.
I'm confused. Is this the right glass?
Smells smooth.
Did you just pour
So what
one?
is it?
So this is kind of a field blend in the Dow. So Dow is a little bit south of the Douro Valley in Portugal.
I don't know if I got the
Price?
Right. I'm confused here because you got.
You're looking
8,000
at
reds, right? I don't know.
$60.
$60.
So this is my barbecue wine.
Hey, smell this. Is this the
Like,
right one?
like if I'm doing brisket,
I don't know which one's Chase.
Yeah, that's
Chase is not drink. Chase is bullshitting over here.
See, to me, this is like Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day. This
I'm literally piloting the ship. Would
Okay,
you
I'm
like-
sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
Would you like the
you
ship
get
to stay up or not?
you get a production
Okay.
pass.
This
You do get a
is
production pass.
no joke. This is like Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day. This is fantastic.
So wait, I can't have it until November.
No, not that. But I mean, it's
That's
like.
the best thing for
But if you want
This is the one you
something,
like, Steve?
if you want something for a
one you like?
special occasion, this is it.
This is similar to, I mean, I get it's wine, not bourbon, but I get the same like relaxation that I do with bourbon when I like swirl it in the glass and smell it and like the ritual.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of bourbon that I actually like just kind of hanging out with it as much as drinking. Just kind of like let it
It's just
roam
it's-
around.
it's toasty.
It's
Oh yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I think, and their white wines. To me, their white wines are the best thing they make.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So they make a white wine.
Oh, that is so good.
That they make a white wine that is.
Yeah, you see why that's why I was sitting over here.
I mean, that's that is so good. Oh wow.
All right, hang on.
oh no, wine and barbecue goes well together.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's a
Absolutely.
freaking
What?
oh.
Oh yes, sir.
Dude, this with some
Oh,
ribs.
Oh, it would be perfect with ribs.
Dude,
Or brisket.
I would kill you right now to have that.
Oh, this
I would
is,
just
yeah.
walk
No,
over
no.
and stab you with a wine glass. Dude.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I'm like this with like beef tenderloin.
Are we doing the
Amazing.
No. Okay, I'm talking about ribs.
Oh,
ribs?
oh, yeah.
Barbecue ribs.
Barbecue
dude.
ribs
This
with the
thing
sweet
would
and the
crush.
smoky. The sweet and the smoky. Absolutely. Are you crazy?
Damn, what
This
is-
would be.
I feel like it because everybody's looking at me like I got dicks coming out my ears.
Neil,
No. This is the perfect.
But with ribs,
This is the perfect compliment for like sweets. Ribs are sweet, smoky. I mean, all the different flavors.
Would you like to do another one of these, but pairing, where we smoke some ribs out back? And
Yes.
Because we'll show you how it changes the flavor of the wine.
Yes, 100%. I would love
The food will change the drink.
All right, I'm
We
gonna
can
be.
do steak, brisket, and ribs.
All right, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go to a restaurant.
Well, do you like the wine?
All right, so here's the truth. Wes,
Do you like that wine?
It's fucking phenomenal.
If you don't pour it in my glass,
Okay,
please.
it's fucking phenomenal.
That's why Steve drank half the bottle.
Steve's like a violin over there.
I can't even blame you.
Hey, throw me some more in there while you're.
I mean, I'd like to get pissed off at Steve, but I totally get it.
Steve drank half the bottle before we.
All right, here's the truth. Wes, I'm gonna break
Oh
you
my
in.
god.
Wes,
That is so
I'm gonna
good.
break you in on a secret here, okay? So for whatever reason, I made a lot more money than my intelligence calculator over the course of my life, okay? So I would go to these fancy restaurants and they'd be like, hey, would you like this? I have no fucking idea. Like when it comes to food pairings, I have no clue. So
That's it.
this right here, I know that's a sin. I get it.
We've been on for 2 hours. That's like another 2 hour one.
I'm going to try to learn. I'm going to attempt. Chase has got me on this thing. Chase is trying to like not prep, but I'm trying to learn.
But no, I know. But in all seriousness, I'm going to defend you for a minute. I get the stereotype is that you have barbecue with beer, or maybe even barbecue with bourbon. I totally get that, but no, this would be a far more ideal.
Stop thinking of it as food and think of it more of its flavor profile.
Yes.
What is the flavor of the food I'm having, not what is the food I'm having for the stereotype.
Yeah, no, but I totally get where you're coming
Steve,
from because
will
it's
you
like,
get the
I
hey,
mean, if you want to do it, we can pair the wines and the food and let you.
Alright,
yeah.
It will completely change the taste
this
of
right
the
here,
wine.
but I hate that we woke our guy up in France from Batesville.
That's not him.
But this right here,
That's not our.
I know
guy.
what I'm trying to say.
Okay, sorry.
I apologize for calling my guy in France
Because this is
now the new leader in the clubhouse.
oh, man.
Is Pura.
Neil. What are you getting into
Good
this?
gracious.
For people that haven't had it, like, why do you think it's the best one?
Oh,
what,
this
what,
is
what do you get?
Chat. This is the one right here for Instagram. This right here. Hey, where do we get this bottle of wine right here? The people on Instagram.
You can get that if you're in Tupelo at Lavino.
At
You
the
can
Thomas.
get it.
We got people from Birmingham in here too. Just anywhere.
Birmingham. I would go to Golden Age in Birmingham and holler at Brandon or Mac or someone at Golden Age and say, "Hey, I want this one."
Price of bottle.
Probably
Around
58, 60.
About $60 a bottle. This shit right here is fine. Cisco approved right here. Like 10-star.
Okay.
Good shit.
Yeah, good. Birmingham. I don't know
You
where
did it
you
in
would
a
get
clubhouse.
it. Well, you would get it probably at Woodland Wine Merchant in Nashville.
I got one more question from chat from Memphis. Anywhere in Memphis you can get that bottle of wine?
Okay, so there's a new wine store. I have to think about it. I'd say you could probably go request it.
You might have to go request
You
it.
could go request it in Memphis. I would go to Buster's. There's a new wine store. The guy who used to own the wine store across from the Target off of Poplar by the William and Sonoma, he opened up
That's a good question. What
he-
do I taste?
Yeah. What are you actually getting?
he opened up another wine store somewhere that I've been to. I just
It's
don't
perfectly balanced. Is what you
Hey,
like.
Neil.
Well, yes, and so this is kind of like that. You know what you like when you taste it.
No.
It's got a lot of flavors, but it's just
It's the
it's
wine
not stupid,
version of
wishy
a
smooth.
perfect 95 proof bourbon that's a wheat.
Me and you speak the same
Where you
language.
go-
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not getting the
So
huge
I'm like a
complexity,
dumbass.
the huge heat.
Hey,
It's just damn
Me and you speak
good.
the same language.
Yes.
It's just
Yes. Like it's the you know what you like when you taste it.
Yeah. Say that again. That's what I feel.
good. Are
you
you
know-
up on
you
Nashville
know what
all
you
here,
like when
Wes?
you
I'm getting
taste it.
asked about Cool
What?
Springs Wine and Spirits.
One more what?
Nashville wine, liquor stores for this.
Woodland Wine Merchant, Grand Cru, which is off of the West End. You could probably. That's probably the only places that should have this. Right. Is there another wine glass so I can pour myself a glass?
Chase has got plenty because Chase isn't drinking.
I can just dump this, Steve. Don't worry about it.
No,
It's so good.
It's really
It's really good.
This is one of the burnt clubs.
Again, I'd really like to get pissed off at
Would it
Steve.
be like a Total Wine or like a big
No.
big box?
No. This is small production.
Okay.
So this is Grand Cru Selections. I think they're actually the best, one of the best importers right now, if not the best. Everything that they have is serious.
I know what I'm planning to find for my holiday.
Like you think, like Thanksgiving,
Steve,
smoked turkey,
I got a feeling
yes.
you like the same shit.
all the fixings, all the sides.
Literally, you know what I mean?
Hey, can I
Seriously,
tell
the
you something?
first thought. So
Chase
to your
is too.
point, no
He's
joke.
trying to get rid of Amory.
The first thought that I had when I tasted
forgets his
it
roots.
was
He's from fucking
Thanksgiving.
Amory,
It's a
Mississippi.
perfect blend. You got
Shit's
fruit, you got the earth.
This is really
To me, you've got all these different flavors wrapped up in one.
Yeah.
It's just the mix is perfect.
The first thought I had was like Thanksgiving. Like if you think about Thanksgiving for a minute, you sort of think about a cool day, a smoked turkey, the sweet potatoes, it made me think of that. I don't know why.
Even at Thanksgiving.
It made me think of Thanksgiving. Like the first taste that I had.
Really.
Yeah.
I immediately went to like Christmas because of like the tenderloin, but then like the
Sure.
like the Alps and like the little candies and
Sure.
like
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
espresso beans or
I can
things
100%
along those
get that.
lines. Like
Yep.
that's kind of where I was headed with this.
That's what y'all lose this shit. When y'all start describing this shit, y'all lose this shit.
No, it's what I want to eat with it.
Yeah. No. It made
They
me
still
think,
lose the shit
it
out of
made me
Christmas candy, like
So it made you think of like it made me. So he thought of Christmas, I thought of Thanksgiving, but it made me think of a holiday. It felt special.
This
Yeah.
this wine right here is a
you sit there with a
365
fire
day.
and you go, "Hey,
100%.
having a day."
I drink this
100%.
shit. I drink this shit on April the 3rd.
Well, I mean, I would too, but what it made me think of was like what Chase is exactly right. It made me think of like sitting outside on a Thanksgiving day with the turkey on the big green egg, and I've got a fire going, and it's just relaxing, and I'm happy. Family's there, all that stuff. That's what, to me, that's like what you think about with like wine and even bourbon to some extent, or to a lot of extent.
There's a lot of flavors to that. It's very complex, but none of them jump out big. They just
Right.
blend together so good.
Yeah.
None of them are extreme.
Would you repour? Or did you pour
Champagne.
something new?
Yeah, champagne.
Man, now you gonna quit. Now you gonna quit. Chase, are you gonna drink?
I'm done with those.
Production
I-
pass.
The camera's still on, Tyler.
So production pass.
Nothing has fallen.
So-
off,
Hey, production
like,
pass. Chase, I am.
Does anybody have any
any
kind of question? Like, is there any questions? Should we ask the audience?
Let's see. Any questions from the chat? The only see what I got over here. Got a lot of Chase and Neal killing me, making him laugh. Hey, we got Rico Knows approved. Rico Knows don't know shit about this because ain't nobody knows shit about this except for man Wes. And Neal and Chase have impressed me with their wine knowledge. Wes is the man. Wes, hey, before I know we got all kinds of stuff going. We're busy drinking. Tell everybody about what you do and how we can help you and all that stuff. Because the fans they'll love to get to know you and help you where they can.
So just basically go to your local wine store or where you go.
And talk there too. They're
And
just Instagram people.
how am I going to talk to two cameras?
Just looking at
You're
camera.
good.
Just look at that camera.
It sees you. Right?
It sees you, man. We're all good.
Basically go to your local store and ask for some of these wines. You know, I'm a small fish. I started my company 7 years ago. My wife was going to Vanderbilt, and she was in business school all day, and I was drinking great wine and playing golf while she was
That is a good gig right there, boss.
midway through her first semester. I just I decided that, hey, I can't get any of these great wines in Mississippi. How do I start a company? And I'd already taken like a quarter master sommelier's exam, and I'd already taken some wine and spirits education trust exams for fun because I was always interested in wine. And then I kind of dove head deep into it. And then her class actually did the marketing for me at first, which, you know, once you get in a new business, you really don't know what's going on. But I've grown every year, and I keep growing. Some of these, you know, I have a website, bergwineltd.com. You can see some of the wines that I have. I have, follow me on Instagram, I guess, at WMTAYLOR, WM Taylor.
WN Taylor. Hey,
WM.
Taylor. Follow everybody listening. Follow my man on Instagram.
So I post photos of, I fairly proficient at cooking. So I'm always cooking and drinking something. Not always
Barely
my
proficient my ass. Yeah, no, it's
Extremely proficient.
yeah.
not.
I've never felt more uneducated.
Oh
in my
no,
life.
it's excellent.
It's great. I've actually learned tonight.
So I like bourbon too. We could do bourbon anyway. So just go to your local liquor store and say, I would like some of the wines tonight. You can go to my website and look. You can go to my Instagram page and look. Pick out a wine. Feel free to private message me. Feel free to hit me up on my website. And I like to give recommendations too. So in kind of every budget range, there's wines you should stay away from. There's wines that you don't necessarily want to drink, but there's great wines out there that are very affordable at all the budgets. So hit me up and just go support basically France, Italy, and a few Californias.
Give me 3 good $20 to $40 reds to drink with a ribeye.
My favorite wine right now to drink with a ribeye is from Bordeaux. So it's a $42 wine. It's called Marie Baroness Bordeaux. It's a Bordeaux Rouge from the south of France. Smoky, meaty, perfect with a ribeye. That's a $42 wine. I would say the Rosebach Freres Cabernet Sauvignon is great with a ribeye. And then I'm going to go to Italy and I'm going to say Paderi Cola Nebbiolo is also great with a ribeye.
Super chat PTG Brandon. He says, I need this guy's number to get my old lady off the Boone's farm. So we gotta work up here.
What's our way to contact you? How can we contact you if we need your help?
You can do it through my website.
Okay. Spell it out for them.
BURGWINELTD.com.
BergWineLimited.com.
Yeah, or you can
BergWineLimited.com.
Yeah, or you can.
We'll paste his cell phone right here in the middle of the screen. Give it out.
Hey, we're hooking you up with business, man. Let's go.
Hey, well, I'm on my phone all the time.
We got
or Instagram. But my Instagram. If you DM me, then I'll let you know where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Hey, what? All right, question from the chat.
What was that? Why are you laughing?
Oh, it was just somebody had a comment in the Instagram that was kind of funny. All right, so RT Harris says, "What if I'm broke? What does he go? What's the best if you're broke as shit?
What's the budget
best,
wine of
the
budget
wines of all budget wines? What are you going with?
You're broke. You should probably go out and try to make more money." Alcoholism is not a poor man's game anymore.
I tried, RT Harris. I tried.
You should drink vodka.
What kind of vodka?
The cheap Aristocrat. Or Wheatley, so then you're...
vodka,
you should
we're
drink
talking about
Wheatley.
wine. Vodka's price. The price of vodka changes too now.
Yeah, you should drink Wheatley so then your local store can get a better...
but you can get good wine.
All kidding aside, like...
I say 25 and
25
and under.
Let's go.
Right now, the economy is pretty bad. I think 25 and under will get you...
But we've had a couple of 25 to 30s.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, 25 and under. I'm serious because they're asking in the chat. What do you think if your go-to wine for anybody? Let's call it 20 and under. You're going to the grocery store. Or you're going pick up a quick bottle of wine.
We don't have liquor in grocery.
What's that?
We don't have liquor in grocery.
So you're going to liquor store.
All right, you're going to liquor store where?
Going to social.
In Alabama, we got wine in grocery stores. So what do you got?
Under 20.
What's your go-to?
There's
the chat is saying it's Josh.
That'll make your teeth purple.
They add so much stuff to that.
Kevin, hang on, Kevin.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
Hey, real quick before we get going.
I'll take the blame. No.
All right, real quick before we got my man Kevin Howie just joined. This is my I haven't talked to Kevin in a long time.
Italy. Tell him to go to Italy.
My man Kevin. Kevin, what's up?
Yeah,
Kevin and I used to. This was my tag team partner back at Auburn. He played receiver at Auburn. He was 100 years old. What's up, Kevin? You got a former Auburn player. He said War Eagle to you.
That's nice of him to say.
He did not say that. I'm just kidding. But that's what he would have said.
Well, that's great.
He's a smart guy. All right, this right here is really good. I'm impressed.
Go to Malta and drink Italian wine, table wine all day long.
Oh, well, hell.
It's good.
Okay.
Straight up.
Yeah, I mean, let's get on that.
But I think the answer to the under 20 is to go to the Italian section
Yeah.
and find a wine under 20 and
What is
just
it?
try it.
Just give it a
think
shot.
You get, I don't know, Malbecs, I think, a lot of times.
It's the same champagne we
I
have.
haven't had it yet. Same one we had earlier.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same one earlier. Just like
I tell you, the one that was underrated, I think we went past was the very first one. That's a really good bottle.
the Javali.
Yeah,
the Javali's
that's
drinking
really
right
good.
now.
Oh, it was very good.
yeah, like in all seriousness, like that was really good. I think we kind of got into other business, but that was good stuff.
Yeah, it was very
He's
good.
pouring your
So
glass
is a
there.
pure
I actually like it.
favorite.
I like it and the rosé. Like on these hot, like it's supposed to be 97 degrees on Saturday.
Thanks,
This
sir.
is like if you're laying around by the pool and you're just chilling out. This is perfect.
It's a great one, not even chilled. You know, like it's delicious right now, and you get to
There you
use
go.
a beer
You
cap.
got your opener.
You got a cap.
So, Wes, what's your.
I could tell you a really funny story about.
Let's go.
Antonio.
We're all about funny stories. down
Should,
here.
should I?
Yes.
Absolutely. What I mean, I tell all kinds of stupid shit.
So the first time he had bourbon was in my office at the house, and it was a thunderstorm. It was raining. I probably should tell the story. Anyway, he
I tell some stupid shit. You'll be okay.
Who are we talking about?
Antonio
Okay.
Senior. Anyway, he ended
Just
up.
said okay. You just
Yeah,
nodded.
they went to my office. They opened up a bottle of single barrel Four Roses. I was in the pool. Me and Joe Stitchcomb from Bordeaux Muse were hanging out. The next thing we know, Antonio had drank bourbon for the first time. And he drank it like wine. And he ended up getting naked and jumping in the pool with us. Because me and Joe, he's between us. He was like holding us. I'm not gonna say, what he said, but anyway, it was great. The next morning, we have a wine dinner in Cleveland at Delta Meat Market. He comes to the car door. He's like,
I think it's underrated.
I'm
It's
at
really good.
2%. 2%. I'm so
$25
messed
really
up because I don't know how I'm gonna make it. It's like, dude, come on. And so then we got him some Modelo's and
He was fine.
we made the track, but he was still messed up from the bourbon. He's like, I would never drink a bourbon anymore, but maybe a little bit, maybe a little tiny bit.
So Borat's coming to hang out with you. You have a very underrated
Steve.
Borat convert.
You kind of listening for Carson.
It's Antonio.
Is Carson coming?
What time is it in Portugal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can we get Carson on the pod? Is
Yeah,
this
I can
legal?
drop you. I can drop you off if you don't.
Oh, he's here to get me.
Okay.
Is Carson? Can we get Carson on the pod?
I'm sure
Is it
he would
legal?
Come, I'm sure he'd come on the pod.
Is it
Did you leave something in the freezer?
Is
Wes,
it legal,
they're asking?
Laura?
No, we pulled it
Oh, that
out.
was it. Okay.
Already did that. We
Okay.
pulled it out and drank it. I'm not forgetting.
All right. Last couple things, Tyler.
All right.
What do you feel like you learned? Like what are the couple things that you're taking away from this?
Golly.
Do I need to ask you tomorrow when you're sober?
No,
I'm gonna
You have
get.
a better appreciation
I'm
for wine. Now.
I'm gonna get.
I am. Look.
Oh, that's a good question.
Look,
Do you have a different appreciation for wine than you did before tonight?
First of all, I never had an unappreciation.
No. It's not a negative.
So for me, I learning wise, I learned about tannins.
Okay.
I learned about the terminology that you guys use that y'all think I'm a dumbass. That I try to, like I say the same shit, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck you are talking about. I said shit and fuck in like a one sentence. There. But
Not till the end did we drop the F bomb.
Yeah,
like,
it's all good.
No, I dropped like 3 earlier.
Hell yeah.
Like, but to me, like the word tannins means rich to me in my brain.
Okay.
Okay, that's
That's-
CTE kicking
that's
around all
close.
in there, right?
No,
That
it's
is,
in the category.
All right, here's
that
some.
is wrong.
I understand that it's wrong, but I'm just telling you what it clicked with me. All right, CTE is rampant. All right, the second thing is that for me, taste wise, I can tell, like I can legitly tell you the difference between a cheap wine and a expensive bottle of wine.
I was impressed by that.
I can tell the difference
Yeah.
between that.
But that goes to show you that it's not just a made up thing.
Now, I can
Right,
tell
there
the difference.
is a difference.
No, there is a difference. Now, for me, I'm just going to be honest, okay? But for me personally, again, there's 10 gazillion wines, and the ones we tasted here tonight. The difference for me is the ones that have more flavor Now, you may not like the flavors, but the ones that have more flavors, those are the ones that are more expensive, obviously. But the tannins is the word. Like I need vocabulary. That's where I feel like I'm missing. Okay. I know what the fuck I'm tasting. It's just a matter of how to articulate it to you in a redneck.
Are you more likely to get a glass of wine instead of a beer with
No.
a food or an item or the grill or anything?
I'm from Anniston, Alabama.
So we've done nothing to actually make you drink more wine.
No, I will.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I will drink wine. I've drank wine before. Y'all see?
Steve, can I get the
All right, here's-
Pressfield?
But hold on a minute. No. But like if you're
Here's the
cooking
trick.
a steak, you're not more likely to have wine instead.
The other one.
Instead of beer. I think so. Here's the thing, though. It's not a preference. It's an availability. I can go to the fucking grocery store and get a half case of Miller Lite.
You don't think we can find wine in this town?
Hey, I want to find this shit.
Wait,
This right here. This one.
Okay.
If I know where to find this,
Hey, they're white wines.
but no. Time
They're
the
white
fuck out.
wines. Tastes like
This one.
Merceau, like
But this
crude
one right here.
Chardonnay from Burgundy. Like, so good.
Hey, this one right here. Okay, like this one. Okay, like this one right here.
It's a Portugese. Too bad Steve drunk more than half of it.
But this one right here, like if I could find this one, okay, this one right here would be a one I would drink before Miller Lite. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I can't go to where can
So
I
now
go?
that you know me, you can just shoot me a text and be like, Wes, I'm at so and so. What should
What
I
the
get?
hell do I get?
Yeah. There's so many people in this town that use me as their quote unquote pocket som. Like, oh, I'm gonna have this tonight, and they'll just
What am I
text me.
grabbing?
What am I grabbing? I'm like, well, where
You want
are
to
you
do a
at?
food pairing? Do you want to come back and do a food pairing?
Shaggy, that was for you, by the way. I did that all for you because I showed Chase the message. So I did that one for you.
Yeah.
But this one right here, like this is the shit. This is my favorite one of the night right here.
Jeff would be proud that you did that.
There he is. Carson, come here, sit by
What's
right
up,
here.
Carson?
Come here, Carson. Come join the chat.
He's a soccer player.
Come here, Carson. Carson's my guy. We got Carson McCready in the chat. Your dad said you could do this. Your mom was on earlier.
Yeah.
All right. So your mom was on earlier.
He's 17.
So hopefully she's asleep
Yeah.
by now.
It's in the bath. I think.
He can't
Huh?
drink
I
on
think she's in the bath.
She's in the bath. All right. Let's get the Instagram so they can see you there. You gonna say what's up to the Instagram people?
What's up, y'all? 6 viewers.
Huh?
It's just popping.
Yeah,
Six
we've been
people?
all over the place.
Oh yeah.
All right.
What a-
So
what an
would you
interesting
like
life.
all of this wine right here? Have you ever had a glass of wine? Choose your word.
No.
wisely. Your dad's.
I have not.
Choose your word wisely. Your dad's still left.
I'm not.
All right. Have you ever had to come pick your dad up from a podcast?
No.
This is the first time I think.
First time.
He's gonna drop us off a few
Kinda
times.
drop you off.
He's
Yeah.
fine.
He's good. We're cool.
Yeah. So now this is fun for me because now that I've been at your house,
Yeah.
Brock has had to come pick me
Yeah.
up.
The table turned, right?
No, the tables have turned.
That's right.
So I think
Neil,
it's fun.
come back to the Pinots.
Okay.
All right, look, look, Wes. is
Peanut's
is
fucking
filling
sick
up
right
there. All right. So we are also a sports podcast. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with soccer this summer.
I've got some high school soccer. We've got a game tomorrow.
Hey, the
Who we playing?
Fit.
Chase.
Oh,
Pino's pretty sick right
hey,
now.
look, Chase, production's over. Let's go.
Okay.
Production's over. Let's go.
Got that. and-
Pour me some too.
The Pino's pretty sick right now.
I got a bottle. I'm good.
It's-
No, I got this right here. I got the whole bottle.
It's okay.
Hold on.
I figured as much.
All right. So we're playing Lafayette. Where we're playing Lafayette.
Yeah. So.
Like, think about your prom night. I've not had that much, but I've had some.
Did you drink any on your prom?
No.
No. Everybody else had some.
Yeah.
So did you
I've never had alcohol. No.
never have alcohol?
Totally not.
Oh, your dad's not here. Did you drink anything for your prom?
Of course not. No.
No.
No, he
Totally
didn't. No.
All right. The only thing I ask, and I'm very serious about this. The only thing I ask
Yeah.
is if you ever do partake, do not drive.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Okay, big thing for me.
Because he loves to do it.
That's
Is
what-
there
that's
anything
what-
better
that's
than
how
I
leaving?
love to do. What are you doing?
He's
Nobody
here.
loves to drink and
He's
drive.
here
What are you
right
doing?
now because I've been drinking and I'm not going to
Yeah,
drive.
we're responsible.
We're way past that point.
Is there anything better than a cold beer on the way home from work?
Oh, God. That's inaccurate, Wes. That's inaccurate.
I'm asking you a question.
No, I work from home, Wes. So
Okay.
You never popped anything on the way back from the facility?
Me?
Ole Miss or
Never had a
Alabama?
Hey, since we're on a pod now, can I tell a good story?
100%.
100%. This is a wine podcast, but nobody's listening anyway.
Sorry, Carson.
Sorry, Carson.
Yeah.
You're getting-
We're stopping in a minute.
That's
I
right.
promise.
Yeah, stop.
Hold on. That's Eric. On
that-
a
is
massive
Eric?
tour with Robert right now.
The wine guy?
The wine guy?
Yeah.
The winery
Hey,
owner.
The winery owner. Tell him to
Yeah.
FaceTime. We got a stream going. All right. So here's facts. Okay. I have been overly paranoid my entire career about drinking and driving because you lose your fucking job, right? In coaching, like you get busted for drinking and driving, you're done.
Well, we can hurt somebody doing it. So.
Well,
Yeah,
I will go ahead and let you know. Go ahead, Wes. Where's he at?
No, he's professional right now.
Okay. So, true story. So, I'm at Alabama, and Bo Davis was our defense line coach. Well, Bo has this moonshine guy from West Virginia. And have you ever had moonshine before?
No.
Okay. I know your dad's sitting right there. You're loud, and it's very uncomfortable for you. That's why we have podcasts. And Chase leaves set right as we talk about this. Have you ever had moonshine before?
He's not that moonshine.
Hey, you come see your Uncle Tyler. We'll get you set up with some moonshine.
Sounds good.
All right. So Bo Davis, okay, was the defense line coach. He's now the defense line coach at LSU.
Just like that.
So he had phenomenal moonshine,
Okay.
straight from the hills of West Virginia.
Okay.
All right.
It's
So
like really busting right now.
Neil, Bo had moonshine, the greatest moonshine you've ever had in your life. And I'm overly paranoid about drinking and driving, particularly when I was a college coach. Because if you get busted, you lose your job.
Right.
Never did.
Depends on
And
who
for
you are.
whatever reason, Bo was like, "Hey, I got this good shit." So I go to Bo's office, and he has the best. I'm sorry, I've had a lot of wine.
Oh, but are your teeth purple?
No, they're not. Just that one yellow tooth from getting kicked in the Jacksonville State game. All right, so go to Bo's office. He has the best moonshine ever. He pours me a glass, and I put it in a solo cup, and we're going home. The only time.
Are we still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, as Chase leaves. Chase, that's bullshit that you leave. You should be sitting right here.
No, he's going to have some sausage.
Yeah. So the only time I ever drank and drive, he gave me a solo cup of moonshine. Me and I'm gonna throw him out there because he's not coaching anymore, so we
It's
should be good.
okay. It's been a minute.
Burton Burns
Yeah.
and myself and Bobby Williams, we all live in the same neighborhood. We're drinking moonshine, we're going home, and they decide to have a roadblock.
Oh.
A roadblock
Good.
on the way home.
Okay.
I'm in trouble with the wine.
And I got very fortunate that when I pulled up to the roadblock, that the trooper knew who I was, and he said, "What's up, Coach? Everything good?" I said, "Everything's great." I just kept on driving.
Everything's great.
Everything's great, but that was my moonshine story. But hey, Uncle Tyler's gonna get you in some moonshine,
All right.
and you'll be ready to go. Don't tell your mom. Your dad's cool. Your dad understands the shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know about your mom.
I don't know about that.
Miss Laura may be upset.
She might.
I think
So
we should.
Carson, USA and Brazil tied today.
Where the fuck you
friendly.
go?
Is that significant for USA?
Is it okay?
No. Back in the
Yeah,
day.
the Brazil wasn't
It's
playing
locked.
everybody.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
I think we should say this. You should never drink and drive.
Oh no.
Exactly what we should
So
say.
we tonight
100%.
we all have rides home,
Here's me.
Yes.
Huh? That's you. That's you.
right? You shouldn't do this and drive. If you want to drink, do it from the comfort of your home.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially this much. So we've all prearranged.
Everyone is being very responsible.
Everyone is being very responsible, except for maybe him who's been chugging. But I can't blame him because if this is my first time to have good wine, I think I would chug too.
I'm very impressed. By the way, all kidding aside, I know you were asked earlier. Very good wine. I haven't had a single wine that I wouldn't drink.
Your least favorite was the rosé. Your favorite was this last one.
I don't have a least favorite though.
Well,
Now, I would tell you my
by
favorite is-
definition, you have to have a least favorite. It doesn't mean it's bad.
I don't know though, Chase. Yeah, I would. That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't say it was shitty. I just said it was least
But
favorite.
I would drink the shit out of it.
Okay.
The rosé is good.
It'd
This
be good
right
on a
here-
golf course in the middle of July.
Dude, I can't drink wine on a golf course
Why?
because that breaks man code.
No. It
I
it
drink
doesn't.
wine on the golf course
All right,
all the
top-
time.
Probably with a cigar in your mouth. Yeah.
Time out. Time out.
You don't drink wine on the golf course?
No.
Why not?
No. Chase,
Why?
you play golf.
Who's judging?
I can't ask Neil because Neil doesn't play. Have you?
He's
you
played
hey,
golf.
I want you to
I played golf.
No, he doesn't. No. You look at me in the eye.
I played
You
3
look me in the
rounds.
eye. 'Cause
3 rounds in the last
I
decade.
read people. I read people. That's what I did for a living for 20 years. You look at me and you tell me you've had wine on a golf course.
Not one time.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody drinks wine on a golf course.
Look at me. Ask me if I play golf.
Do you play golf?
Sometimes.
What's your handicap?
I'm like, what, fucking 18.
You don't play golf. You don't play golf. You hit the ball.
Carson.
Who are you to talk?
Yeah.
Most
I play that shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Left and right.
What's that?
Hey, I'm being honest.
He hates his father
What's the
right
score?
now.
Like 94.
Bullshit. I will bet you any money you want to bet. I will bet you any money you want to bet. I don't shoot it in the 90s and I haven't played golf but one time all year. What do you
Let's
want
go.
to
I
bet?
think I beat you by
What
like
do you-
10 last time.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Thank everyone
What do you
for
want to
coming
bet?
to the podcast.
What do you want to bet? We'll go out and
We
play
appreciate
tomorrow.
you very much.
Tomorrow,
It's
I played
MPW
one
Digital.
time all year. You pick the course. I will not shoot
Chase,
over
right.
90. Which one do you want to pick?
Let's go.
What
No matter
course?
where?
I don't give a fuck.
Hold on.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
What course?
Jeffrey Wright joins us tomorrow on Blue Sky Live. And then
What course?
we'll be
What
back
course?
with you on Monday for another week
What course?
of MPW Digital Podcast. The Josh Hendrickson Show.
Let's
will
drink
be-
wine.
is
Time out.
out
When was Josh's last show?
today.
Today.
It's out on
Is it out already?
MPW. It's
I
out
haven't
already.
listened yet.
Yeah, it's very good.
Special thanks to our man Wes.
Yeah, Wes.
Yeah. Wes, thank
Wes,
you.
and also
We had a
Wes,
wonderful
thank you very much.
time.
Wes,
Everybody.
One last cheers.
Everybody.
Wes, tell us. Hey, look, you've been phenomenal. I know I've been ADD on you today, but please tell the people how we can find you and everything we can do to help you out.
I did that earlier.
Well, do it
Appreciate
again.
that,
This
but-
is how it works.
You can do
BirdWineLTD.com.
BirdWineLTD.com.
Jason,
At WM Taylor. Go to your local liquor store. Just tell me you want Wes's wines. Drink some of that Portuguese stuff.
All rooted out from a great idea. Appreciate everybody in the stream, the super chats, the comments, the questions. Just hanging out with us. Let us do this and making it worthwhile. So appreciate all you guys. Be safe wherever you are. Again, as Neil said, Jeffrey and Neil and myself in the morning. We'll be back with you. We'll try to talk sports or something else. Yeah, I don't know.
Good luck with that.
We'll figure it out. And
we're doing this in the
appreciate
morning?
it. So,
Morning wine. Are we
good luck,
doing like a
good night,
morning
and
wine
we'll talk to you
thing?
again very soon.